But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, good morning.
Sit back and enjoy the show. The show.
Oh, my God.
Hey. Welcome aboard. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard.
We're officially going to Cleveland.
It's official.
It's official. 2 weeks out, we could finally tell the people we're going to Cleveland.
Great, right? Isn't that wonderful? Well, this is a get-her-done organization, isn't it?
I'm amazed because I think I said that we're not going to Cleveland. I think I said they'll fuck it up somehow.
We did.
But you know what? They figured it out. Barely.
And
barely in time.
In a couple of weeks, we will be in Cleveland, Ohio, with all of you people that are going to join us.
2 weeks from tomorrow, Friday, April 27th, 4 to 7 p.m. at the Hard Rock Cafe. Before Opie and Anthony Live with Sam Roberts from 3 to 4.
What?
So I guess Sam's doing a pre-show.
What?
Sam does the pre-show. We walk in nice. We do 4 to 7 at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Jimmy, what do you do when you have to go on after somebody that really sucks? How do you do that? Because we need to know.
You'd rather do that.
How do you get the crowd back?
I'll tell you why I'm hesitating. I wanted to say, how about a nice hand for it, and 5 names shot in.
And you don't want to say that.
Yeah.
I just didn't know who to use. All my friends.
You'd rather that than someone that is a rock star.
Yeah.
You don't want to follow like Guns N' Roses or something.
Right, that's true.
So this is perfect for us. And note the time, 4 to 7 p.m. We're doing afternoon drive.
Afternoon
for
drive,
1 day.
Motherfucker.
Event is 21 or over. Space is extremely limited, so get there early.
Space.
We're doing cherry darts and some other things.
Oh, man. Cherry darts?
This is our first time back in Cleveland in 5 years.
What?
5 years? Cleveland used to be a hotbed of activity for us.
Last time we went was for the virus tour?
2006.
Holy shit cakes.
Oh, man, maybe we should do another virus tour if they'll have us.
Oh, yeah, well, try to get that going. Good luck. Good
You
luck,
said
Ski.
slow down.
Yeah, slow down.
People are like, why don't you guys do anything anymore? Well, because it's pretty much impossible.
Yeah.
At this point. Hard Rock is located at 230 West Huron Road. Details available on SiriusXM.com/Opie&Anthony.
Right.
And I would assume the details are on our Facebook page, E-Rock? Opie and Anthony on Facebook?
They will be, yes.
They will be. All right.
Jeez,
Fair
Louise, huh?
We got penis dumplings to get to today. We got Anderson Cooper apologizing.
Waddle-de-doodle.
We got the George Zimmerman being arrested.
The Zim.
And Goldblum is here today.
And Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
I saw his playlist.
How was it?
It's very good. Justin Long is tremendous, too.
Really?
Yeah,
Like large?
Yeah, I couldn't believe he was 7'11". I'm like, who is the big giant tinkling on me?
He's tremendous.
He was great.
What's the play about?
He plays, Jeff Goldblum plays a writing instructor. It's called Seminar. It's about 4 writers who have this guy come in and kind of talk about their stories. Like a guy who's a hired gun comes in and kind of, tells you about your work.
Right.
And it's fucking really good, man. It's very funny. It's an hour and a half. It's not too... Some
cool.
plays drag.
Yeah.
It's just 90 minutes. It's great.
Right.
I went with Bob Kelly. Really funny.
In the middle of it, did they start going, yeah-da-da-da-da, singing?
Yeah, they were singing
well, I'm
all-
a writing, I'm a writer, and I'm a writing.
The big song was "Get It On the Page." I've got a thought. I've got to get it on the page.
It's kind of catchy.
And musicals.
Periods, semicolons, dashes, periods, hyphens.
Do they have choreography with a bunch of typewriters going off at the same time?
Dancing.
Right.
Oh, it'd be great.
And there's 2, Justin Long, Jerry O'Connell's in it. And I don't know the names of both of the women, but they were both really, really good. It's only 5 people. I mean, it's not like a big, drawn-out, annoying
sounds
cast.
like a fucking bore fest.
Oh, my
No,
goodness.
it was good. It was very
That's a
good.
joke. Little joke.
It's a joke.
Yeah, very good.
I mean, watching Goldblum act is just...
Is he still good at it, you think?
Tremendous, dude. He's tremendous. I'm watching this guy, because I'm looking at... enjoying the play, but I'm also watching his hands.
Those hands.
And the way the guy moves, and it's so fucking natural. The way these guys all do it.
How do you do that?
I'm like, it's hard to stand there and just deliver dialogue. They're just great.
I don't know how it's done. I don't know what happens when you have to act.
Dude.
It just, like, you just can't be natural. It's the hardest fucking thing to do.
Something shoots through your body and just changes everything.
Yeah, you're all stiff and fucking...
All of a sudden, for the first time in your life, you have to think about how you're walking, think about how you're standing.
Exactly. Why can't you just...
But you don't do that when you're just wandering around.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like, if there were cameras in here and they said, all right, now act as if you're doing the show.
Well, just when cameras are on,
it would be fucking weird.
You feel yourself doing things differently, right?
Yeah. Just fucking odd,
so we'll talk
man.
to Goldblum later on this morning.
And of course,
another A-lister for the Opie and Anthony show.
Yes.
This is crazy.
I wanna obviously talk to him about goddamn Rich Cunt. I hate Rich Cunt.
That's all I was thinking of.
I know.
He was in Death Wish.
Wait. Death Wish.
Death Wish. I should have brought a copy of that, but I didn't.
Death Wish.
What do you get to be signed today?
I have a photo with him.
Nice.
And just a playbill.
Nice.
I saw him in that play.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, playbill.
This news broke only a few hours ago, but Axl Rose, it's quick. I fucking love Axl Rose now. He declines induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
He doesn't want to go in, huh?
No. And that's being a rock star, if you think about it.
It really is.
Fuck your establishment. I know I'm great. I know my band's great. Fuck you guys.
Did he give a reason?
He probably doesn't want to hang with the rest of the guys, is what his reason is. Is there an official reason?
Yeah, there's
Trap
like
dog.
a 1,500 or a 1,500 word reason.
Really? One of those?
He wrote a very long letter.
So what are the highlights? Someone should go through the letter and give me some highlights.
I read it last night. It's basically everything that you've heard Axl say. You know, like, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. We tried to figure something out, but we couldn't figure something out, whatever that means.
Right.
You know, I'd rather just not do it. I know that people really want a reunion, but sometimes, you know, we don't get the happy ending that we want, which is completely true. Like, he basically said, look, sometimes people get divorced. He's like, and sometimes the fans don't get the happy ending that they want. And that's true, you know? As much as I would love to see Guns N' Roses get back together, like, sometimes that shit just doesn't happen.
They're saying, sweet child, oh, wine.
Yeah, and he said, you know,
wine.
Like
See, the media
whining.
just doesn't get anything.
No.
Why would you take Axl's side on this and go, right on, man?
And
That's
he said,
a rock
you know,
star.
He said, God knows how long I'm going to have to suffer the fallout from this. But it's just a really long.
I praise
statement.
honesty. He doesn't want to be part of it.
And he said, I don't want to be inducted. He said, no one is to speak on my behalf. No one is to mention my name. Do not induct me as part of this Guns N' Roses.
Right. He doesn't even want to be inducted, even though he's not there.
He will be.
What is it called? In
absentee.
Absentia.
Absentia. Thank you. That's the word.
Yo,
So
absentia.
He goes, I don't want to be inducted in absentia.
Justice for absentia.
I love it.
What happened? Like,
I fucking love it.
I don't. Here's why I'm up in the air.
Well, we talk about how ridiculous the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is.
Yes.
So I like this.
But what's he like? He's had such a weird history of making his fans wait. He makes people wait for hours.
Right.
Like, there's a weird thing with him. Like, if Slash did it, I'd go, well, he doesn't seem to have that history.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to know what's really going on, because Slash said Axl hates my guts. So, like, I wonder if one of them fucked the other chick. Like, something has happened that's
Something
unforgivable.
personal, right?
Something personal that's unforgivable. I would love to know what that is.
I bet you it's not that big of a deal.
You think it's just bad mouthing and stuff?
I think it's not that big of a deal. It's just Axl Rose is just a fucking psycho.
He's a psycho, control freak, paranoid.
Yeah.
Achwell.
I bet you it's such a dumb thing. If it came out, you would go, oh, it's over that.
Yeah.
That little
And
thing.
it's
They couldn't figure that out.
It's mainly him and Slash, because
Yeah.
Duff's played with them again, Izzy's played with them again.
Right. Slash, he's not talking though. We bring up Guns N' Roses stuff every time he's in here, and he just doesn't want to go there.
Slash gave an interview like 2 weeks ago. He said, I couldn't be more sick of talking about this.
Yeah, he tells us. He's like, oh, that again? I'm like,
He said,
all right.
Axl hates me.
Sorry, we'll talk about your new album
Yeah.
that is maybe going to sell 100th of the copies of a Guns N' Roses album. Sorry. And we like Slash, but it's frustrating. I would love to hear some stories from him about what's going on there.
I would love to know what it really is, because it
bet
is
it's
Slash
some-
and Axl.
I bet you it's some dumb, stupid thing.
I bet it's something pretty personal.
You think it's heavy?
Yeah, because there's a lot of money to be made, and when guys pass up this kind of fucking money, man. I mean, you know, Axl's a little nutty, but that's a lot of money for anybody, because Axl's still doing gigs.
So he also feels that it's insulting to his current band, that everybody wants to see, what he calls the Appetite and the Illusion lineup. he feels that it's insulting to the current Guns N' Roses lineup. That like, hey, nobody gives a shit about this lineup.
Well, I mean, the market dictated that, though. Chinese democracy.
Sure, but in his eyes, this group has been broken up for what, 15 years now.
Yeah.
He thinks Guns N' Roses has just continued. We look at Guns like they stopped.
Oh, they stopped.
But he looks at it like it continued.
Yeah,
for me, after Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, they stopped.
He looks
I'm
at it
serious.
as
that's about it for me.
That's about it for everybody.
Well,
But
what came out after that? I'm trying to remember.
after
now.
what? Use Your Illusion?
Yeah.
Nothing, right?
Well, there was what,
Spaghetti
the
Incident?
Spaghetti Incident, but
There's
that
a
was
couple
just,
things on there that I liked.
Spaghetti Incident.
But Axl feels that I'm Guns N' Roses, and those guys left, and these guys are new, kind of like Nine Inch Nails, where Trent Reznor's Nine Inch Nails, and he gets different people to go out with him on each tour, and that's kind of how Axl feels.
Can you tell the difference, though,
Musically?
with Nine Inch Nails?
Oh, Nine Inch Nails, absolutely not.
So then that's all right. But with Guns N' Roses, you could totally tell the difference.
Yeah, but
Those guys were kind of important.
sure, absolutely.
Slash was
wrote
kind of
those
important.
songs. Trent Reznor writes those songs,
Yeah,
he is Nine Inch Nails. But Axl Rose, he wrote Chinese Democracy, but he didn't write all of Appetite and all of
I
Illusion.
think Duff wrote a lot
There
of
was
that.
a lot
didn't
of
he?
help.
Duff wrote a lot
there.
of it. Slash wrote a lot of it.
was
Yeah.
right in there.
What the fuck happened that he hates him so much?
I think it's a dumb, stupid thing. I really do. I bet you.
He said, so let sleeping dogs lie or lying dogs sleep or whatever. Time to move on. People get divorced. Life doesn't owe you your own personal happy ending, especially at another's, or in this case, several others' expense.
I like it. I do. I mean, I would love to see the original Guns N'
Yeah.
Roses lineup, but I kind of like that's how he
That's the
feels.
hard
and
facts
that's it.
of life. That's it. It's
He
not
just doesn't want to do it.
There are people that I fucking can't stand. Imagine,
Why are you looking
oh,
this
I'm
way?
gonna,
Jesus. Look somewhere else, man. When you say that shit.
Imagine having to fucking, you're doing a project with me doing a project with my ex-wife. Imagine that.
Are you?
No.
You are? What are you guys
I
doing?
never would.
What is it?
Oh my
A little
god.
Sonny and Cher thing,
Oh,
maybe?
yeah. Ugh. Never. Oh, God bless. God bless
but
Jimmy.
To Jimmy's point, what if there was an offer on the table that the money was ridiculous, but you had to do it with your ex-wife?
How ridiculous.
Ridiculous. It made you stop for a second.
Yeah, it did.
How about tens of millions?
Well, what would
You're getting weak.
What would I have to do?
You're getting
How
weak.
long is this fucking project?
Getting weak.
Have a
Seth.
kid with her.
Oh God, never. Not even for 10 million.
10 million. Have a kid with
Nope.
her.
Eat her ass?
No, I can't. No. Ew. No. Wouldn't do anything.
You wouldn't.
No. Come to think of it, no.
You wouldn't eat the ass of your ex for $10 million?
No.
What
No.
the hell's wrong with you?
No. Ugh.
Doesn't have to be about love or nothing.
Fuck that shit. Oh,
10
no.
million.
A lot of bands get back together just for the money.
True.
Well,
True.
yeah.
So
Axel's,
that's sort of
one of them.
That's sort of breaking since we were last on the air, and we could go from Guns N' Roses to good old Charlie Manson.
yeah.
Denied parole again for the 12th time.
Yeah, for the 12th time. Denied parole. Doesn't have another opportunity for 15 years.
Why? He officially didn't kill anyone, right?
Right. Yeah.
So why is he in jail?
I don't know. It's
We
pretty-
let a lot of scumbags out that have actually murdered people
and then have murdered again.
and then murdered again.
Yeah. It's like it is ridiculous. I honestly can't see Charlie Manson really doing anything, but
I don't really understand the judicial system at times. I understand that whole thing was horrific. I get it. But he technically never killed anyone.
he's bigger than what his name and he's bigger than what he did. It's like he symbolizes something, and that's what's been imprisoned all
Right.
these years. He symbolizes a thing that was back then.
That scared a lot of people.
Right.
How long has he been in prison? 40 years?
Fuck, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
he,
since 69, right?
Since- 69, right?
69.
So
think
over
of
40
all the
years.
things that have happened in this world since he's been and he's spent all that time in prison when technology is just
Right.
leaps and bounds. Technology has gone forward.
He's officially going to die in prison now because he's not up for
Yeah.
parole until 2027
It's
2027 or
15
something like
years
that,
from now, yeah.
which will make him 92, 93, I think.
Yeah.
So,
I guess someone from the Tate family.
look, I'm happy
was-
that he's
was
in.
representing
I'm happy he's in jail still, but I don't understand why.
Larry Tate.
He wants to stay in jail.
If other people actually murder people out there.
Yeah,
and eventually get out. Some of them do.
He
A lot of
acted
them
crazy at his parole hearings. He kept himself. Had he become a model prisoner and really talked a good game at the parole hearings, he probably would have gotten out.
do. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Because as crazy as those things were, by 1985 or 1990, he had done 35 fucking years in jail. But he got the swastika, and in interviews he was perpetuating this image: I'm a crazy fuck. I have no remorse, and I'm going to kill people when I get out, because he wants to stay in jail.
So take your little stamp and deny.
Yeah, that's why.
They
Plus, he got the death penalty, which was commuted. So that's another reason they might keep him, because he technically should have got the death penalty.
they wanted to move him to a mental hospital. His people.
A mental hospital.
Is that much better?
You are a metal case. Yeah. That I don't know. I think it is pretty odd to just keep somebody caged up like that for his entire life. It's just weird. I don't disagree with it.
No,
but it's just such an odd thing. Like you just knew he was never going to get out. When it's like, well, Charles Manson. For years we've been heard that Charles Manson up for parole. And like, hey, no fucking way this motherfucker's getting out. Now he looks like fucking Gandalf with his hair and beard.
Sure does. All right.
Crazy man.
So they arrested George Zimmerman.
Yes, old Georgie Zim.
Second-degree murder. I mean,
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to prove, right?
It certainly is.
What's second-degree murder for the people out there?
Well, it's murder with malice, not necessarily forethought. You don't have to have premeditation, but it's
There's intent there, right?
yeah. There's intent,
Yeah.
definitely, but it's not premeditated.
Okay.
It could happen spur of the moment. It's a harder charge than manslaughter. I just find it odd with the stand your ground law. You know, it could be debated back and forth, but it is, in fact, a law that is in place in Florida. With the lack of actual witnesses to the shooting and what happened prior to it, with the physical evidence of what happened prior to the shooting, Zimmerman being banged up and whatnot, this all is going to make it very, very difficult for the prosecution there in Florida to get him on second-degree murder. It's astounding. I think they're positioning for a plea. I think they're positioning to try to give him a manslaughter plea, so they go up with the charge, the second degree.
right.
Now they could come down and go, look, you either go on trial for a second-degree murder, or you could cop the manslaughter plea. We'll give you 4 years. You'll be out in 2. But I think if he was smart, he wouldn't take the plea. And he'd go to trial, because I honestly cannot see him getting second-degree murder.
Hard to say, though, because it's a jury of your peers.
That's scary.
And you don't know.
How are they going to find a jury?
You don't know.
You give me one coffee drinker on that jury. Jack a child.
Yes.
I know that one.
Yeah, it just seems
it does
like
come down to the jury.
Yeah.
it does come down to the jury. But look at the jury on the Casey Anthony trial. Now you're looking at Florida, obviously a different city, but
Right.
but everybody was absolutely certain she was going away, and they looked at the evidence, and there were people on there that were fucking horrified that a kid was killed or died accidentally, whatever happened, the disposal of it, her lying. But sometimes you do get a jury that just looks at the facts, and the fact was the prosecution did not prove anything.
I don't mind them. It's hard for them not to at least put him on trial, because again, it's one of those cases, and you shouldn't allow national whatever to
Pressure,
influence you.
right.
But it is one of those cases. I think they did too. But I also think his 911 call hurt him in the fact that he did follow the guy, and I know legally it doesn't matter that he did, but I do think that hurt him.
Well,
because he seems like he was the pursuer.
But if you look at it and listen to it, he's not told to not follow. He was told like something like, I wouldn't do that, or
Wait for
because he said I'm following, and she go, oh, that's not necessary. The dispatcher said, yeah, that's not necessary, and he said okay. So he's not. And then what I'm hearing is that he then turned around and stopped following and was going back to his truck, and that's when he was hit by Trayvon. That's the story. So this pursuing him thing, after the 911 operator said that's not necessary, could not even come into play. That might not even be what happened.
Right.
And again, there's only so many people that can testify to this. One of them being Zimmerman.
It's best he goes to jail for a little while and calms everyone down.
I don't know. That would, you know something? If he goes to jail just to calm people down
For a couple of years.
our justice system is fucked.
Well, we already know that, though.
Yeah.
We already know our justice system is fucked. Are we in agreement there?
Well, yeah.
Let's put him in a nice cell, make him comfortable for a couple of years, so we don't have fucking riots.
They have to prove, the prosecution...
It's not laughing.
No. The prosecution has to prove
Right.
that he fired that gun without feeling that his life was being threatened at the time. The only statements that have been made are him saying that his life was being threatened at the time. The stand your ground law is completely behind him. I think they're going to have a very hard time proving beyond a reasonable doubt that he fired that shot without feeling that his life was being threatened at the time.
I do agree with you.
So good luck with second degree.
So what kind of lawyer is he going to get?
He's got a new lawyer.
What happened with the other lawyer? Why wasn't
He lost. They said they had lost contact with him. That he had not answered phone calls from these lawyers. He never signed anything with these lawyers. Never met face to face with them, with the original lawyers.
Really? Okay.
So where did these lawyers come from?
I don't know. They got in touch with him though, and it was a phone call type of representation that wasn't. He never signed a retainer with him.
Sounds like the guy that wanted to represent us.
Yeah, right. Or that guy.
That
What
guy.
was his name?
I don't even
Whatever
remember anymore.
Douchebag.
So glad that name left my brain.
No.
Well,
Yeah, so I don't know. This one is going to be another one of these very racially divided trials, like the OJ thing. I think we're gonna have some when a verdict is read. Eventually, we're going to see a lot of people, a lot of clips of people watching the TV, watching the verdict, a lot of outrage.
can I come to your house when the verdict?
Oh, you better.
read?
I better have a
Please?
small army at my house.
Please?
I'm gonna hand out the weaponry.
Please?
We're all gonna wait.
I beg you, please. Oh, please.
You're just gonna hear like as the verdict's being read.
Oh, please. Will this be a few years in the making?
I don't think so. I don't think that
This
long.
will be quick?
Probably not quick, but it's probably
year
gonna be
from
a
now?
little while. No, I don't think we're gonna have to wait a year.
Really?
Yeah, I hope it's televised, like the Casey Anthony trial was. That'll be fun.
I think in a
Like
way
to watch it.
it's in their interest to do it so everyone can see what's happening.
Right. But people are so stupid
Yes, they
and do
are.
not understand the judicial system. That was apparent during the Casey Anthony trial. When you're watching that, look, contrary to popular belief, I'm not a lawyer. But I can watch a trial and kind of get a line on what the jury would be thinking as,
You gotta watch
as
the
just
whole
a
thing.
person. Yeah, and you got to watch the whole thing, and you have to listen to the boring parts to get an understanding of what you do with certain evidence.
Do you think they arrested him just to calm everyone down?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so do I.
I mean, the prosecutor initially didn't file charges because they saw it as a fucking self-defense case.
And what I'm confused by is the special prosecutor.
Yes.
What's that about?
Well, those are brought in when there's going to be a riot and you have to put somebody,
But
arrest somebody.
Can anyone get a special prosecutor?
I don't know.
Like, I'm confused by that. Prosecutor. I don't understand how all that
Yeah,
works.
I don't either. I don't know what the special prosecutor is when they bring that in.
But who decides that?
Probably the Attorney General of Florida.
Do you think that's also if the pressure is they don't want to arrest him because they don't know if they can win? So maybe a special prosecutor being brought in by the state is someone who it's like because the DA doesn't want to take a hit. They don't want to lose a major case like that.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Yep.
And it looks bad. So you bring in somebody where if they lose, they leave. It doesn't matter. They don't have to stand there and be reelected. So if they lose the Zimmerman case, it's not the DA.
And I think if you go, if you circumvent the grand jury, you have to get a special prosecutor
All right.
to then look at the case.
Do you think they circumvented the grand jury because they couldn't get first degree?
Well, if it was a first degree charge, they would have to go before a grand jury. I think they left the grand jury process out to keep this more open to people. The grand jury is closed. It's not a public forum, the grand jury. So I think they're trying to get some transparency here to kind of placate some people, if you know what I mean.
Well, Reverend Al was happy. He was
Reverend
all
Al
on TV yesterday.
Was with the family as they watched the news.
I love how he carefully picks his
he certainly does.
Cases. Very carefully.
And then to get Holder, the fucking attorney general there, praising Al Sharpton and talking about this fucking case. It's that to me is a complete fucking travesty.
Does Sharpton have naked pictures of everyone?
Everybody.
Literally everyone? I don't understand why anyone would praise this guy.
No credibility whatsoever. I'm sorry, that Tawana Brawley thing is still there. I don't care what the fuck you want to do. No one would go before David Duke and praise him, no matter how good he's been since he was a fucking leader of the Ku Klux Klan. But Reverend Al is able to put all that shit under the carpet and talk with the Attorney General of the United States and get praise from him after he was involved in one of the biggest racially divisive lies.
Yeah, it's amazing. I don't get it. And
I don't get it either.
And the black people that I am in contact with, they say, look, he doesn't represent us.
Yeah.
You hear that a lot.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
So who are the dummies that fucking look up to this guy?
The media, they love him because he gives good
MSNBC
sound
loves
bites.
him.
They give good sound bites.
Good sound bites, and he gets people riled up.
And he gets people riled up, which is something to film.
Sure.
He gets he makes it would be almost like for me if Al Sharpton did nothing but bring in laughers to a club.
You'd love him.
I'd love him. Like if all he did was bring people in and sit up front and clap and laugh and not talk during the show.
Next thing you know, he's your best friend,
He'd be my guy, yeah.
I got it. Ed, in New Hampshire, one of the points that people are missing is that it's the Justice Department that said a crime was committed when the police said there wasn't one.
Right.
Yeah, that's a little... Well, I guess that happens from time to time, though, right?
From time to time.
Not a lot, though.
Nah, I guess not.
And our criticism is about the media, most of it. And I sent out a tweet last night. I just retweeted what some guy sent me. But just it's fun to watch the media cover certain things. And there was a case of a drive-through where the black guy murdered the white guy. He said it was self-defense. And that the guy had a club, but it turns out it was a dog leash. And again, I don't know. Maybe it really was self-defense. The interesting part is just the way the press handles it.
Or doesn't handle it at all.
Or doesn't handle it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe enough people are fucking screaming about this. But it seems like in the press, there has now been a concerted effort to not be... By some of them, Whoopi was talking about not being able to say nigger, and she got beeped when she was saying it.
Yeah.
By the network, and she was saying that you should be able to quote when you're quoting directly.
Of course.
And a few other ones are starting to talk about it now. Either they're getting sick and tired of the directive, or people on Twitter are just getting to them because these people you could never get to the press before,
right?
But they read Twitter like all of us do. They Google themselves like all of us do.
Yeah.
So they might be getting to them because a lot of them have been trying to come out like, no, we're not these pussies just towing the company line.
This is a very racially divided case. I mean, it's really along racial lines, this thing. I think you're very hard pressed to find black people that are for Zimmerman or that believe he's innocent,
right?
And it's purely based on race. I don't know. I think we're more racially divided now than we have been in quite a few years. I
was talking to a doctor recently, not Dr. Steve, honestly. It was a guy that I know through another way.
Dr. Gay, Travis?
And we were just chatting about something totally unrelated to this. And I had a hoodie on. And I forget how Trayvon Martin came up, but he goes, that kid just was in a place that he wasn't supposed to be in. And I didn't necessarily agree with that because I think he had a right to be there. He was there to see his dad.
Supposed to be there. He was there seeing his dad.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Yep.
But it was just interesting to me how different people see this. Like, wow, that's somebody's actual take on it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And I just didn't agree with it, but that was somebody's honest, unfiltered take on it, was that this kid just wasn't where he was supposed to be. Not fuck him, he's dead. It wasn't that type of a tone.
Right.
It was more like, hey, it's what happens.
Well, you could say wrong place, wrong time. That's different than saying he was someplace he wasn't supposed to be.
But even that, he literally, in that case, he had every right to be there. He really
Yeah.
was,
Well,
he
that's
was
what's
not
scary
committing a
because
crime.
he's kind of uninformed. He didn't do his own research on the case, which most people are going to do.
Right.
They just assume way too much without actually looking into, the details of the situation.
Right.
You know what people don't understand?
Well, we all do that.
The biggest fucking misconception and the biggest thing I see with people being uninformed about this whole thing, there does not have to be an actual threat. There doesn't have to be a weapon. There doesn't have to. All Zimmerman needs, especially with the stand your ground law, is a perceived threat. He has to have perceived that his life was being threatened, regardless of if it was or not. People are saying the Skittles and iced tea doesn't fucking matter. The fact that he wasn't armed doesn't fucking matter. It's a perceived threat. And, again, very hard-pressed to prove different.
The yelling is going to be hard to get around. I would love to know who was yelling. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know that they don't know as of this point.
There are some witnesses that have come forward. We're going to hear from them, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully.
But, I mean, I've heard just as many people say it was Zimmerman that was yelling.
But what they ought to do, honestly, like they did in Dealey Plaza with acoustics, take him where he says he was.
I'm sure they're going to do all that.
And have him yell.
I'm sure they're going to do all that.
That would be a way to do it.
Well, I don't know. Would you call the cops if you're going to be purposely murdering someone?
That's just it, too. That comes into play and really,
or would you do that to cover? But you could
case.
Also say he did that to cover his ass.
Well, that sounds like premeditation.
Well,
like he would have then have to have thought, all right, I'm going to shoot this guy.
So I better call the cops so I have some...
And honestly, it doesn't seem like the kind of situation where this guy was just out trying to find someone to shoot. I mean, really. I think this guy is an overzealous fucking neighborhood watch guy. I think he has these delusions of fucking, Dirty Harry.
Right.
But I honestly don't think those fantasies in his head were part of what he actually wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I don't think this guy wanted to go out and shoot some black kid that night. And I think calling the cops makes that pretty obvious. I don't think he was covering his ass. I think that was his job as a neighborhood watch guy. I mean, apparently in the past, he's called the cops a lot because there have been instances where there had been people walking around the neighborhood and people's places had been robbed. And he was doing his job. He called the police. The police were on their way.
Right.
He says he was then attacked by this kid and shot him. That's his story. And we'll see what the witnesses say and what the police say, what the evidence shows. And murder too. Good luck.
But now it's going to be a while before anything new pops in this case, you think?
Well, today I think there's he goes before the judge. They try to get a bond for him.
Right.
The charges will be read, and they get the ball rolling on this whole thing. The jury selection is going to be another fucking amazing thing.
That could take forever.
They might even go for a change of venue because they think with all the publicity, they might just try to get the case thrown out because with all the publicity, it's going to be very hard for him to get a fair trial.
Did you get the case thrown out for that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I don't.
That's got to be really rare.
It never really happens, but it's always presented that this case is so national. I mean, you can't change the venue to another state and actually have it where people don't know this case.
Florida, he might have a better shot, though, than other places because stand your ground is their law.
It's their law.
And they're also, you don't want to come to New York. I mean, you're better off being where he is.
Yeah. Well, I don't even think they could change the state unless it was a federal civil rights charge or something. And I think he'll be up on a civil rights charge also. He's definitely going to be up on a wrongful death suit after this. This man is going to spend years in court with this whole thing.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think he planned on doing that.
Who knows? I mean, I'm not convinced either way. I tend to side with only because it does look like he had bruising on his head now. At first I was like, fuck him. But then it's like, all right, it does look like he had a cut on his head. And just, I don't trust the way the media handles these things at all, and I don't trust the angles they take at all. I just want to hear what happens in court because I just don't trust them.
Right. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be one of these, trials of the century kind of a thing that they promote. But like Casey Anthony again, I think a lot of people are going to be very surprised, especially if they're not keeping tabs on what's happening and listening to the trial.
That would make the riots worse.
Oh boy.
Please pay attention, people.
Oh, boy.
Please pay
yeah.
attention.
Please listen to the evidence.
That's all we ask.
Because if you just see him go to trial,
Right,
and then the next thing you know, months later, you're hearing not guilty.
Oh, my God, please. At the very least, take a peek.
Batten down the hatches.
Pay a little attention, please, I beg you.
Oh, please.
Oh, please.
So,
all right.
Imagine watching the verdict in Wyandanch or fucking Roosevelt.
That would be a great radio contest.
That's a good bit.
That's a good one.
Watch the verdict in Roosevelt or Wyandanch.
That would be a great one.
Yeah.
Uptown here in Manhattan.
Uptown.
Let's go uptown for the verdict.
What do you think, Sam? Would you do that? Would you go up to Martin Luther King Boulevard or Malcolm X and watch the verdict?
MLK is not as bad at.
In one of the fucking black bars up there?
I don't think so. There's too much of a risk of
that'd be great.
The wrong verdict coming back. And
the second you hear, the jury, find the defendant, and you just hear, nah. Boom! Sam just gets a big fist right on the side of his face before "not" comes out.
Not guilty.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right. That's the big story today.
Yeah.
What else is going on? You
Man.
watching playoff hockey or what? Where are you at with the playoff hockey? Come on, join me.
I was
Join
watching
me.
Toddlers and Tiaras last night. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Watching girls take fucking face plants, start
Nice.
crying. Another girl came out and she just forgets what she's supposed to do and she just starts crying. The mother's yelling.
Why do you like that show so
I don't
much?
know,
It's
'cause-
kind of creepy.
No, it's too fucking funny.
But you watch on a regular basis.
The
sir.
mothers are despicable, and I love watching kids get all upset and cry over dumb shit or face plants.
It's tough to watch a kid get upset or disappointed. So I don't know how these moms do it. I really don't.
Oh, their own kids? It's funny watching other people's kids get upset.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, yeah. I'm not.
It's fucking hilarious.
I agree with you. But when it's yours, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine that these moms. I don't know how they could do that to their own child.
Yeah.
Because it seems like that show is just filled with complete disappointment, right?
Oh, it is, and the mothers are really horrible about it too. They're like, "Oh, I don't think you didn't do very well in the beauty. You didn't do very well in the beauty competition." And the kids just like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I don't know.
A mother was literally last night. They usually get the pixie sticks and Red Bull and things to get their energy level up. A mother was literally pouring sugar packets in the kid's mouth. That's like drugs. It's like you're giving your kids speed.
That's technically drugs.
Yeah.
Technically.
Just pouring sugar down the kid's mouth to get her energy level up.
It's beginner drugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, they drink Red Bull, these kids?
They give the kids Red Bull.
Holy fuck.
They
little
call it like
juice cups?
go-go juice. Yeah, it's in a little sippy cup.
Little sippy cups.
And they're giving them Red Bull so they have some energy on the stage.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's fucking repulsive.
Well, that's just as good as playoff hockey, I guess.
Yeah. There was a creepy stepfather, too, that was like, his stepdaughter's up on the stage and she's doing her little spins. And the stepfather's like, he's in the crowd and under his breath, he's like, "Oh, she's so beautiful." That was the creepiest fucking thing.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Do they show that show? I mean, obviously people watch it, but just to point out what disgusting parents these people are.
No.
I don't think so.
No, it's the freak show.
I think it's the freak show factor. Yeah. They want people to get upset and,
They banned the freak show from the circuses and all that. People talk about Coney Island's freak show. That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's not the old school freak show.
Oh.
And, you can't change how we think as human beings. We love looking at freaky things.
Yeah.
So they kind of just repackaged it, really.
Yep.
And put it on TV. There's a million of these things. They're all just freak shows.
Yeah, they want people to. They like that shock value,
Right.
They like people. Yeah, that kid's walking around in what the hell is that movie?
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. Yeah. So she dressed her up like a prostitute.
Those are F me boots.
Yeah.
On a 4 or 5 year old.
Yeah,
6-year-old, whatever. I don't know. How old is she, you think? 5 or 6,
no
maybe?
Idea. But the mother's just like, oh, great.
So weird.
They were calling They were calling the kid a prostitute. Prostitute. Boy. Yeah, so that was on last night. No, I haven't been watching any playoff hockey.
Playoff hockey's good at it.
Yeah?
It's good.
I just can't get into fucking
But my
hockey.
stupid
Since the Drive for Five.
my Time Warner cable, I wanted to watch the Flyers Penguins last night, and I did.
How'd that
and-
work out for you on
Well, the Flyers had a huge comeback. They were down 3-0 and won 4-3 in overtime. And I was getting beat up for the sports curse because I'm picking the Flyers in that series. So everyone's beating the shit out of me. And then in the end, look, Flyers win. So let's all relax.
Yeah.
In overtime. But Time Warner has a channel called Versus, and that's what the game is on. It's. I feel like I'm watching a VHS tape.
Oh, really?
It's horrible, and there's not an HD version of Versus.
What?
And HD hockey fucking rules.
Anything in H. I don't watch standard definition anything anymore.
Right.
What the fuck is Time Warner doing?
Everyone looked fuzzy.
That's wonderful.
Like it was like a third generation VHS tape. It's horrible.
I sling box everything now to the Manhattan apartment because I don't deal with Time Warner anymore.
Really?
They've pissed me off to the point where I can't even fucking deal. So now I fucking sling box my my FiOS right into Manhattan.
I got a technical question for you.
Oh.
When you're watching TV in Manhattan, right?
Yeah.
Does your picture size change? Depending on how they're outputting the signal?
On Time Warner?
Yeah.
Yeah, standard def channel will
But I
be
mean,
in
also it'll
4:3.
squash.
Yeah.
Why does they don't do that anywhere else?
Is it on commercials?
They don't do that on Long Island. They don't do that in Philly.
Commercials, it happens.
My
on.
TV
Yeah.
jumps from picture to picture. It'll either be full screen, it'll squash, then you lose the top and bottom of the picture, depending on how each channel's output. And my tech guy says that's a fucking Time Warner issue.
Oh, man.
Because where you go anywhere else, everything is full screen, right?
Yeah.
It's annoying as fuck.
It's a terrible
Next thing you know,
service.
I'm watching for a while last night on Versus with this Flyers Penguins game. It was a square. They had it. It was a square.
Well, that's standard
Who
def.
watches square TVs
I know.
these days?
That's standard definition then. That's standard def.
But then
without it being stretched.
But then I switched to the next game. They had a really important game. I won't bore you with that shit.
That's
but
probably high HD.
They beat the Bucks, and they had to beat the Bucks. The playoff race is tight right now, and that was full screen.
Yeah.
So then I went back to the hockey, and then they decided, we'll make it full screen this time. Then I go back to the next game, full screen, back to the hockey. It's square again.
That's weird that it would change in the middle of
I
the
don't
game.
understand, and my guy can't figure it out. He thinks it's the Time Warner people. It's unbelievable. And
You could stretch the SD,
No, I know all that.
and it like, it gets kind of
I
people
have-
look fat on the sides of the screen,
Slightly,
kind of a thing.
depending
Yeah.
on the show.
Yeah.
Some shows you don't notice it at all. What a pain in the ass, though.
Oh, Travis says there is an HD version of Versus now. NBC Sports somewhere
in the 400s.
400s.
Okay. Yeah, but then you go to the guide and you can't find it because they don't fucking update their guide.
How about you just get FiOS?
I
How
might-
about
I
you
might
just
have
make
to.
the call? You would be
I might have to.
so fucking happy. You'd just go like, why did I wait? There's not even a question.
It scares me.
Why? Why?
Just change it. You're getting a product that stinks.
Why settle for it? It's terrible fucking
Oh.
Time Warner.
I'm being called a tard. You can call me a tard all you
tard?
want. He goes, there's no such thing as Versus anymore. That's how I know it as, okay?
So they changed
I think
the
they
name.
did change the name recently.
Yeah, it's
I've
NBC
just,
Sports.
I've just known it as Versus for so long.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, you're right. Technically, it's not Versus
Why
anymore.
put yourself through it? Because you have a lot of
It
stuff you love
scares
watching.
me, Jimmy. It just scares
But
me.
why the
this
change?
technology
You get Red
thing.
Zone for
I
fucking
don't know.
football.
I
all
don't
that
know what
fun
that
stuff.
is.
Time Warner's such a shit company. I'm
they're
so happy
horrible.
to not to give them money.
They're horrendous. They're
terrible
all
company.
kidding aside, it's time for FiOS. It really is.
It just is.
They lost you. Like you wanted to stay with them, and they lost
I
you. They're
tried.
That's like Cablevision.
I tried.
Same thing. I was like, fuck this. Fuck Cablevision.
Yeah.
I'm finally making the move to FiOS. Years ago, I did it.
I love
And I
FiOS.
couldn't be happier with that fucking service, man.
Well, good news. The old Versus does have an HD channel. I just got to find which 400 it is.
I love hitting the guide on Time Warner and scrolling down and just having it freeze up every 3 or 4 little channels that you go past in the guide, and then it stops. You hit the thing 5 times, and then it skips 5 spaces. It's terrible.
I reboot my cable box.
Oh, right.
Once a week, easy.
Oh, once a week.
Easy.
Sometimes I got to do it 3 times a night.
Does your TV just decide not to turn on sometimes?
Not to turn on.
Until you reboot the cable box?
Exactly.
What a shitty company,
Just
man.
freezes.
Terrible.
What a
the
shitty fucking company.
The picture will just digitize and pixelate and then freeze.
Right.
And you're like, oh, that's good. I was watching a movie.
Yeah, I didn't need to watch that.
Yeah. Oh, it's just fucked.
And then you can't get anyone on the phone because everyone else is pissed off because their movie froze.
And then you change your service and they want to they call you up. What can we do to get you
Oh,
back?
really?
Could we, we're a lot more less expensive than Fios. Well, first of all, I don't think you are. Secondly, even if you were, you should be because you stink. And I don't want to buy a substandard service.
They have not called me.
I'd
I've
rather
gotten
pay
a few
more.
flyers, but they have not really given a shit that I've gone. And I think they just have so many people
What did
leaving.
Charles Lindbergh show up and Amelia Earhart?
Oh, no, please.
What were they, a couple or something?
Couple of flyers.
No, the guy, Eric Linda Ross.
Johnny in Queens, help me out here, sir.
Good morning, boys.
What's up?
Yeah, Opie, that Versus channel, which is now NBC Sports, is channel 481 for HD.
You are my best friend today.
HD.
Johnny in Queens, me and you are BFFs, brother.
Okie dokie.
Because I can't watch hockey when all the players are fuzzy.
I hear you. It's hard.
Regular channels shouldn't be fuzzy anymore. I know the HD is the way to go, obviously, but even just basic fucking channels should not be fuzzy.
I don't watch basic channels anymore.
I don't acknowledge
it's amazing.
them.
I don't even. The second I go to the guide, I just go to HD channels because you have the option on Fios to just look at HD channels on the guide, so you don't have to go through all the bullshit. And I just hit HD. It just lists all the HD channels, and you just use those.
You know what? I'm
Standard def
ripping
stinks.
my cable boxes out today, and I'm going to throw it in someone's face.
That's very good.
That's how I'm going to give them their
There you
cable
go.
boxes back.
Yeah,
I'm just going to
just
fucking
throw it in their face.
I don't care how much they charge me for that.
Yeah, it'll
Just
be
have
fun.
Fios will take them out for you.
Fios.
Fios.
If they're even still,
Gotta go.
are they even doing new installations?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they
yeah.
are. Okay.
Yeah, they're still doing it.
Aren't they in bed with some of these cable companies now? Because the cable companies are like, oh, fuck, we can't compete with this shit.
They've
We got to
made
make some
some-
kind of backroom deals.
They have made some deals with channels and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they made some deals with the Madison Square Garden people,
Right.
and whatnot. But it's still such a superior product as far as your cable TV goes. It's great.
What deals with MSG?
Great. I think they made some kind of deal with MSG to get MSG on Fios, but they had to do something with Time Warner.
Yeah.
Who
There's
owns that
some
and
shit-
stuff.
some
It's
shit
some
went
backroom
down.
deal, but it didn't do anything to their product. It's just fucking so much better. So much better.
Remember Linsanity?
What happened to Linsanity?
Oh, boy.
Bad.
Well, he's out for the season with a knee
Oh,
injury.
right. Oh,
He
that's
had to
right.
be operated on.
Oh no.
Remember that, though? I just wanted to bring that
Remember
up.
Linsanity?
That was a hell of a 2 weeks. But I said it on this show that the fucking guy would get injured because of how he plays.
Yep.
I don't know if the two are connected, but I said that's what scares me. The way he plays, and drives toward the hoop aggressively, something's
Yep.
going to happen.
Remember Coney 2012?
Coney 2012.
Remember Coney
How long ago
2012?
was
That guy
that?
went crazy, and that's what fucked everything up.
I did it, or is it just the fact that with social media these days, it's the cause du jour that goes away in a couple of weeks, maybe?
Well, on April 15th, it was a Saturday. It might be this Saturday. They were supposed to plaster
Right, you're supposed to wake up in the morning and just see Coney 2012 signs
all
everywhere
over.
because
Did
that's
we see
like
that?
no.
Well, that's
I
this
don't
week.
think we're going to be
Coming.
Oh.
Is it the 20th?
I want to say 15th.
I thought it was 420 because I was like, oh, isn't that Hitler's birthday?
No, it's a Saturday.
One of my favorite things
Oh.
on Twitter is when one of these causes pops and all these people,
Yeah.
like Pray for Japan was a really good one.
Oh, right.
And I'm like, and people think they're doing something by tweeting "Pray for Japan."
Yeah.
that shit drives me nuts. And then they get mad if you go after them.
For every retweet, $1 will go to.
Well,
no, it won't.
But that's at least something.
But it won't.
if it's real.
It's always fake.
It's always fake.
It's always fake.
All right, fair enough.
Those people are dummies.
But they just like, and I write these people like, this means nothing.
Yeah.
This is useless. And they get so mad. Because for a while there, just tweeting Coney 2012 was the thing to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I would have discussions with some of these people. Like, what is that doing, really?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, we're creating awareness.
Yeah, awareness.
Are you?
People don't realize it.
For
just
today, and then what?
doesn't,
You're back to, praising Bieber?
Yeah. Yeah, it's with Twitter, people's attention spans are really short. And no one really picks up on a cause and sticks with it. Because there's just so many things flashing in your face.
Right.
So many hashtags just flashing at you every day. So when you get a cause and everyone piles on it, it's hilarious. Where's Occupy, the hashtag OWS?
That might come back, though.
What happened there? You know what?
In the spring, we'll see.
It won't come back
Spring's just about
with
here, right?
the fervor that they had when it was the big cause.
True.
It just won't.
True.
Coney, it just won't. Because you know what? There's something else. Justice for Trayvon. It's just there's always something else that's going to pop in there and be that shiny pinwheel in people's fucking faces. Dr. Gay? Hi. Dr. Gay? Paging Dr. Gay! Woo!
There's a word for this that I learned a month ago.
Gay. What, interrupting?
Gay? Yeah, gay.
Guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah. It's called
Boys,
slacktivism.
B-O-I-S? Oh, okay.
Slacktivism?
Yeah, it's people
that's a
who
good
think.
one.
Yeah, it really is. It's people who think that they're making a difference by liking something on Facebook or
Yeah.
reposting something on Twitter, and like, hey, I've done my job.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Where'd you come up with
because
that word?
It's
I didn't
so
come up
weak.
with this.
Where'd you see that? That's
I did.
great. I love it.
I don't know. I saw it somewhere on the internet.
It's so weak. Chip, you didn't come up with that.
I did.
Because then
Yeah,
people tweet me and go, well, what are you doing for the cause? I'm like, that's my point. I'm not
Nothing.
doing anything, and
Yeah, neither are
you're
you.
not doing anything either. You think you are by tweeting Coney 2012.
By spreading the message, they think that that's their job.
Exactly.
Right.
That's slacktivism.
Oh, I
It's a
love that
great word.
term.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Slacktivism.
Activism with slack in front of it.
Dr. Gay is
It's slack.
slacktivism.
It's slacktivism. Slacktivism. It's when you wear a pair of slacks. I don't know slacks.
Yes, slack.
Hey, back to Trayvon Martin really fast. What is pissing me off about the media on this whole story is the fact that they keep calling him a kid and stuff.
Yeah.
He was 6'2", 180 pounds.
Was he really?
Yeah.
They're showing that picture
He
of
was
him
a
like he was
big
12
kid.
years
They
old.
show the little 14-year-old picture or something like
Is
that.
that how old he is in the
Yeah,
picture?
I think.
Yeah.
But anywhere between 12 and 14, they're showing pictures of him.
6'2", 180 pounds.
They're creating the
That's
story.
scary, man.
Yeah, they are creating.
I don't
the
care
story.
what color you are. 6'2", 180 is scary to look at.
They're trying.
And what, Zimmerman was 5'7" or something?
A little fat fucking guy, a little roly-poly guy.
What was the height difference? I thought for some reason I thought Zimmerman was bigger. That was the original media.
I'm hearing
report.
5'7"-ish.
No.
5'7"-ish.
And it was that first.
I'm not saying that means that Trayvon Martin, by the way, deserved to be shot. I'm just saying I didn't pick that up from the media that the kid was 6'2",
Right.
180. My perception is that the kid was just a little scrawny little 14-year-old.
The
That's what
first
they've shown
image-
us a million times.
And the first image is the one that sticks with people.
Of course.
That's the one you kind of remember when you first hear the story, and the press has such power over people to really put an image in your head and kind of start making you kind of base an opinion on that quick image you see. And it was Zimmerman in jail orange from a mugshot, and it was a 14-year-old Trayvon. They were very selective.
Of course they were.
And
They're
what they did.
pigs. They're
Not
fucking,
accurate.
They're fucking pigs.
Yeah.
They really they get into journalism because they want to make a difference. They want to report the news. And there are brave people, man. They go into war zones. They do shit that I would never do. Those are not the people I'm talking about. It's this fringe of the media. And by fringe, I mean not wartime correspondents. They're just fucking pigs.
Yeah.
They want to create the story. They think only of pushing the story forward, of forwarding the story, of creating what they think is going to keep the story interesting tomorrow, what they think is going to start a riot out there so they can cover it. They're fucking pigs.
Right.
There's not one. How do they do that? Like, there's no integrity.
None.
That NBC edit should have humiliated the entire fucking profession because it really is symbolic of what they all do, even if they don't all do it that extremely.
It really, that should have been a bigger story.
Of course it
should have been a bigger story.
Colin pointed something out that was really smart.
Well,
Norton, thin fingers.
It wasn't a bigger story, by the way, because they all do it.
well,
and they understand that, so they're
so
like,
blatant.
oh, fuck, we do this shit, too.
Yeah.
What he said to me, we were at the cellar one night, and he goes, the story then became, hey, NBC is really looking for the guy who NBC is investigating. That became the story. Not look at these scumbags.
Right.
It's they're investigating. Like they're still trying to spin it.
Oh, God.
They're just fucking disgusting, despicable people, and they're completely biased. And I like the fact that it's harder for them to do it now because of social media. More people are aware that they're doing it.
You're able to see the raw clip and get raw audio these days when you weren't able to years ago. So you could see the contrast between what they're putting on television and what the real instance was with your own eyes or ears now.
I retweeted some black guy wrote, he's a journalist, wrote a really good thing, an honest thing about how he felt when he saw, I think, that Baltimore incident, which was that
Right,
he
I saw
felt
that.
differently about it.
Yep.
And he was really honest about it, but he was saying that, of course, those guys should go to prison for doing that.
Yeah.
But he was really honest, saying, I didn't feel, I think he was saying he didn't feel the same way he did with when it was a black victim. He was very, very truthful. I forget how he phrased it, but I really respected him for writing it.
Right on. All right, we should take a break because we got to talk about penis dumplings next.
Do we?
Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, yeah, we got to get back to the dick jokes. We desperately need to get back to the dick jokes.
Is that the bread and butter?
It sure is, sir. It sure is. Jeff Goldblum at 9:30 today. And then tomorrow, Ricky Gervais. Nice.
I'm
Yeah,
fucking
Gervais
bummed
on
I'll miss
Friday.
that.
That fucking Ricky Gervais has not forgotten about us. It's pretty nice to know.
Well, we'll see tomorrow. If he doesn't know who we are.
You think tomorrow might be the last
Sits
appearance
down.
finally?
Wonderful to be here.
Oh, I gave up my Jeremy Lin shirt officially.
You did?
What?
Roland, I gave up my Jeremy Lin shirt.
Did Roland?
yesterday.
Hell no, I spent too much money.
Oh, God.
I gave it to my brother-in-law, who's a big Knicks fan.
I heard they're recalling those shirts.
Oh, what do you got for us?
Got to hand it in. What is this?
Roland.
Roland's coming in with some shirts. What the fuck am I?
A medium Metallica shirt?
You don't hang out with Roland
Who'd you
like
get this
I
from?
do. I got a cool pair of jeans.
I'm just like a stack.
Who?
Dude, these are cool fucking jeans.
I didn't get anything, by the way. What the fuck is this?
I'm not wearing that. I can't.
Roland.
You're a medium?
I can't put a medium. No, I'm a larger. Who's that from?
My buddy Kevin.
Tell Kevin thank you. It's
Fuck
too
your
small.
buddy, Kevin.
Is
I'd
this
love
a
to.
medium?
I was going to say, do you want Rolling Stones?
No, I hate the Rolling
size?
Stones.
Look at this fucking
What
Roland.
size?
They're all medium.
Stop at medium.
This is medium?
What?
I need large.
Medjim.
We all are.
What do you think? We're twinks in here?
Yeah, let's see which
Okay.
ones do you like.
Sam,
Go
are you a medium?
Medium.
Yeah.
I like that Stones one. That's
I
cool
love
too.
these fucking shirts, dude.
You like
Nice
medium
T-shirt.
large?
Well, no, I don't hate the Rolling Stones.
God,
but
he's obsessed with the Rolling Stones. I think.
I'm not very,
Which one is that?
I'm not
Which
such
one
a
is
fan
the
that I'll get a
green
shirt.
one?
I like this one.
Oh, those are very nice.
Nice. I like it. I don't know if they're gonna fit me though, man.
Okay, if you're
That
large,
body, of course, you should show that body
Shut
off.
up,
The
Jimmy.
tighter, the better.
Jimmy.
Detroit wine.
I like to see her. Like when you lean forward, I want to see ripple.
I'm barely hanging in there. Fuck.
Oh, you're hanging.
Do hundreds of push-ups just to try to keep it all tight up top.
It works.
Damn.
No, it's
That's
barely
obvious.
tight. Trust me.
I fill up at those words.
It's like a dam ready to burst. It's barely holding on, and there's a lot of rain coming. My levee's about to break. Holy fuck. I might have to get some fucking shit sucked out of me soon.
Oh, geez, little lipo.
I don't know. I don't know. Who wants to
Lipo
lipo me out there?
suction.
Where do you go to get lipo?
I don't know.
Might have to get my tits sucked out.
You got to.
I've thought of that too. Getting my fucking life on them.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you, I mean, it's okay if you're like this, and this is good, right? And
Yeah.
I know you're not looking, and that's fine.
No,
But
I'm
as soon as you lean over a little bit, oh fuck, there's a lot of hurt.
Is that like?
Oh God,
Some
sometimes I'm brushing my teeth and I lean over and I got a big mirror and I'm like, ugh.
With your balls on the sink?
I don't do what Jimmy does and squeeze the fat and yell at myself because I seen Jimmy do that. But it's just horrific. But if I'm like this, it's good. Look, nice, right?
Nice.
Is this the Anderson Cooper thing?
No, this
Ah.
is Anderson Cooper. That's Yenta.
Is the Anderson Cooper thing good?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the
That's a new
Yenta? What?
It's a new bit. You can
Oh, let's play new bit.
New bit.
New bit as we go to break.
New bit.
New bit. I gotta try
love
out my
new
Rolling
bit.
Stones shirts during the break.
I got to keep my headphones on.
Huh? Relax.
We watch. Go to the men's room. We'll get a stall.
I'd be mortified.
Why?
I would just be mortified.
All the rods around the room.
Rods. My rod.
All right, listen to this, fuckers.
Welcome back to Yenta Explorers with Marge and Gertrude. Let's join the ladies as they head down to the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean to explore the Titanic.
Boy, this elevator sure the heck is taking quite a long time.
I hope no one pushes all the buttons on the way back up. Oh, stopping at every depth.
Oh, I know. Yeah, this is like going up into the plane, but going down into the ocean. Where's the clouds and stuff?
Oh, you're funny.
Up, where's the whales and the sonar and notch? Hey, stop here. I'm gonna get off and buy some girdles. Floor 5, shoes, hats, and gloves.
Ladies' foundations and other picture postcards.
I'd love to go cave diving under there.
That's craziness.
Sure would. Hey, cave diving, what are you doing?
Oh, let's journey to it.
Why don't they go down there and just lift it up with a bunch of ropes?
Just pick it up, push it. It's like, it's underwater. Everything's lighter in the water.
I'd light a ciggy down there in a second, you can bet. Quick, get me a Benson and Hedges, I see the core.
Where's my Chesterfields?
Quick, get me a Moore, I see the big circle of fire. I'm smoking. I'd love to have a Titanic pickle sandwich. Hold the relish, darling. This is the last one of its kind. I'm gonna have a little bit of pickle with a side of pickle juice. Get a Starline plate, I'm starving.
Crikey, the Yentas made it all the way down, but will they make it back up? Find out next time on Yenta Explorers with Marge and Gertrude.
My name is Eyal Feldman, the creator of Boy Butter Personal Lubricants, and I want to introduce my latest creation, Boy Butter Fresca, my personal lubricant masterpiece that is long-lasting, easily washable, and infused with menthol for a mild cooling and tingly effect. Boy Butter Fresco will rock your world, especially in the bedroom. It took about 6 months of insanely fun testing to create this delightful formula, and we have 2 versions of Boy Butter Fresca, a creamy oil-based Boy Butter Fresca and a latex-safe water-based Boy Butter Fresca H2O. I promise that Boy Butter Fresca and Fresca H2O will put the tingle in the mingle. Buy your own Boy Butter Fresca from the official Boy Butter store, shoplube.com, and use coupon code FRESCA for 10% off any order. Remember, that's SHOPLUBE.com, and make sure to use the coupon code FRESCA, FRESCA, to save 10% off any order. Go to shoplube.com today.
Sirius XM, the Opie and Anthony Show.
What?
Getting topical.
What?
Hold up, wait a minute.
Why won't one asshole fucking give us a Linda Ronstadt song?
A Linda Ronstadt.
How about one?
Like a rock, or one that would consider being like kind of. You're no good. That's it.
All
Play
right.
You're no good.
That should be easy for you to
a
find.
big hit. Yeah. This is like.
I can handle this one.
One of these.
What other songs on the greatest
This
hits
shows her voice a little more, a little better.
I can't see. God damn it.
Yeah, crank it up a little bit there. Good boy.
You actually need to crank it
You know
up
this
for
one?
my deafening ears and
Oh, yeah, it's
for
a good
my
song.
shitty eyes, Sam. You got to make that font bigger.
I would sing this if I didn't like my food in the diner. I would just point out and go, "You're no good, you're no good, you're no good," and they would come take it away.
Yeah, they wouldn't spit on your food.
That meant I wanted them to send it back.
She did Desperado. She liked doing other people's songs, huh?
Yeah, a lot of covers.
You want to hear Desperado?
No, I don't. Why would I?
That'll be the day. Yeah, that's another cover.
Tracks of My Tears?
When Will I Be Loved? That's another one.
Yeah. Heat Wave? I don't know. Hey, someone is saying, Chris in Richmond saying, Namby Pamby is in Wikipedia, but that's not what Ant says. He
No.
says
Mambly Pambly.
Mambly Pambly.
Don't
a
be
little
Mambly
different.
Pambly.
A little different.
Stop with your pissy eyes. I got that one, too.
Oh, boy.
Stop with the pissy eyes. Wow. Oh, God.
Did you get hit?
No, I never got hit for that. I got hit that one time where I stole the quarters to buy ice cream sandwiches because I was starving.
That was it?
Yeah, and then Dad slapped me in the face. I was sitting in the truck, and he blindsided me like a black guy. He just popped me in the side of the head.
We all stole change growing up, though, right? That was easy.
Yeah, but I think they were like silver quarters or something.
Oh, really?
And I just took them down to Thrifty Drug and Discount and got some ice cream. Aww. And I was I just took a whole box of ice cream sandwiches, and I went out by the train tracks behind the place and ate them. And ate all the ice cream sandwiches, much like I did my Uncle Joe's before he threw the box at me and called me a bummer. You bummers.
So why did you have to eat the whole box of ice cream?
I was starving. I was so hungry, and they were so delicious. Oh, yeah, we had to fucking make sure the horses had hay, but, I had to deal with fucking...
Would your father be amazed at you now? I've never asked you this.
I think so.
Because for the people that are kind of newer listeners, Ant's father didn't live long enough to see Ant become this big radio guy.
Big star.
Big star.
Good thing. I'd have had to buy him trucks and probably like a house. Jesus.
Would he be amazed if he was alive and went to the compound? And
yeah,
he'd be right in there with the partying, right?
Oh, yeah, the partying, the fucking guns. He'd love going to the range. Used to take my Uncle Joe, as a matter of fact, hunting when my Uncle Joe was very young.
Yeah.
Uncle Joe talks about that. I just saw my Uncle Joe at Easter.
I like Uncle Joe.
Oh, Uncle Joe
is the guitar guy?
Out of his mind. Yeah. He's a guitar guy. We were having talks about, Trayvon and stuff around the old...
Oh, boy.
Around the old family table.
An open discussion?
Man.
That's called a closed discussion.
Oh, it was... Let me tell you.
Imagine.
I think we set a new record... for the use of the N-word. Because there's still the old guard there at the house, and over at my aunt and uncle's house. And wow, you still discuss those things. But yeah, my dad would have been right in there. I don't know. I think he'd have been very proud that I have swallowed every bit of emotion, and
He'd be happy that you're not a
I don't know my pissy
what
eyes.
Mambly
Pambly.
Mambly Pambly.
I don't have my Mambly Pambly pissy eyes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Who's got Mambly Pambly on Twitter now?
Yeah, somebody's got to be Mambly Pambly.
Well, I'm sure they're working on it right this second.
Who's Mambly Pambly around here?
Oh, boy.
I don't even know. Who's all weepy around this joint?
Yeah, I'm not a weeper.
No.
Fuck that weeping shit.
Yeah. At least he didn't.
Sam weeps.
At least he didn't like Ant listening to crap on the radio. Oh, that's right. Yeah. When he listened to, speaking of Simon and Garfunkel, when that came on. When I think back at all the crap I learned in high school, and he didn't like that when we were in the car.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
More importantly, Ant.
Mambly Pambly.
I think it's time for us to retire.
You think?
Yeah, man. People are freaking out because I guess we're advertising for boy butter. Boy butter lubricant?
Come on, what?
I don't know what they fucking play when we're... Oh, you gotta be kidding.
What's boy butter?
We used to have Budweiser, Sam Adams, Heineken.
Well, some of them other beers we used to have.
And now we got boy butter?
Stroh's.
I'd rather not have advertising. I don't give a fuck if it blows up this advertiser's spot. I don't want boy butter fucking advertising on our show.
I do.
I don't mind.
I love
Chris,
boy
what
Makes
is
my
it?
asshole feel better.
Chris, what is this shit?
How about margarine?
Just a perfect example of how your marketing department either doesn't know the demographic or is lazy. Because instead of getting a beer company, it's boy butter personal lubricant.
Jesus Christ!
Is it just jack off lube?
The guy had a kind of an effeminate voice, and he said you can take it into the bedroom. It sounds like something.
I can't believe it's not boy butter. How about that? No.
Look, we believe it or not, I think it shocks a lot of people. We support the gays and stuff, but the boy butter thing is like, come on, man. What are we doing?
And boy butter spread.
I think that it's the sales department is let's just say a little lacking.
Yeah.
How do you not have a beer company on this show?
It's fucking amazing.
But fucking boy butter. And then I'm hearing that we're also advertising for that shitty company with the financing thing that we've made fun of.
Hey, don't tell that. They're giving people money. That's
All right,
great.
Let me go to Jack. Could you find the ad for us there, Sam, please?
Jack Mehoff?
Jack.
That's not his name.
Chip.
Jack.
The Russian guy.
Why is he in such a hurry?
What was the one not Iraq, Rocco liked?
Oh, right. Yeah. Hey, would you blow me?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's Haywood. Hey, would you blow me? All right, Rocco.
And he had to shove it down your face. That whole thing is just to kind of keep it there. You just say it.
Yeah.
But he had to make sure everyone got it.
Hey, it's Mike Cunt. No, that's not how it's said.
Right.
He died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah, we lost to
God
Rocco.
bless him.
We lost touch with him a long fucking time ago. And
yeah.
What did he die of? A heart attack?
I don't know. No one's really talking.
I know. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, it's sad.
Hey, Western Sky. Hi, 100%, 116% interest. Hi. We know money heap expensive. We can get beaver pelt in your account in hours. Ugh. Just put X on this rawhide. Ugh.
Why is Governor Christie calling for education reform in New Jersey when he can't even educate himself about a proper weight?
Oh, he's just a big man. He's just a large man.
He's a fat fuck.
Oh.
Hey, glad to see you guys got the gay back in the show with your boy butter.
Oh, who are you? Are you the Jack guy?
Okay.
What's up, Jack?
Maggot.
Oh.
Oh.
Who's this, Dad? Is Dad calling?
Yeah, what are you being all mambly-pambly
Yeah.
or something? My mother would say that.
You're going to get me pissy-eye.
Chippa, don't be mambly-pambly. Take that dress off.
I think your dad's getting my dad fucking laid in heaven.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Hanging out?
I think my dad just needed that little push. And if
Jesus
they met
Christ.
up there, I think your dad's doing the right thing and get my dad laid. I really do. I really believe that.
My dad would always look and go, take a drag of a cigarette. Son of a bitch. Let's do that. Just kind of shut one eye, take a big drag of his fucking Tarryton. Son of a bitch.
You got video of your dad?
There's probably some. Yeah, I don't have it. I guess Corey has it.
How old was he?
That was his wife.
When he died?
Like 60, something like that.
I was young.
Yeah.
Heart attack?
Oh, yeah. He fucking smoked like a maniac his whole life.
You want to do Dead Dad
Terrible.
Day?
What?
We'll bring in
How's
video
that?
and audio of our dead dads.
I don't have it, though. I think it's in California.
Let's get it.
You know, there's
Let's do
wedding.
Dead Dad Day.
There is wedding video of him. And at his wedding, his best man was the guy from the Airplane movie. You know, the lead guy?
Right.
Wait,
in
your
Airplane?
dad's best man was...
Yeah, it was that guy. Was fucking, what the hell's his name?
No.
Robert Hayes.
That is your dad's best
Yeah,
man?
that was his best
How do you
man
know?
at his
Why
wedding.
didn't you ever tell us this?
He was part of the...
Show me Robert Hayes.
The Tortuga riding club. It was, horseback riding and shit like that. And he was part of it, and they kind
They were
of
friends?
were friends, yeah.
You
Yeah,
met
and they
Robert Hayes?
Became really good friends. Yeah.
He was a huge star for about 2 years.
He was, and it was during that time, too. It was like in the 80s and everything.
What else was he in? We know him from Airplane, obviously. Anything else we cared about?
Starman, I think.
Starman.
I think it was in the...
I don't remember Starman.
the
That's
TV
a black
series.
Robert Hayes.
Starman.
Ant's father wouldn't be hanging out with the
No.
black Robert Hayes.
Robert Hayes. So
Hayes.
there's like wedding video of that, but I think Corey has that out in California.
You still keep in touch with her?
Not really. Not really.
Oh my God.
Last time I went.
Sorry, there's so much going on. I apologize, Anna. This fucking guy just writes, the Boy Butter website looks extremely queer. I'm sorry, because you're in the middle of something.
Extremely queer.
But you got Robert Hayes. So let's bring in some audio of our dads, man.
I got to find some. I
got some.
Jesus, that does look really bad.
This is what's advertising on our show.
Boy butter.
It's just nonsense, man.
Is it really being played on our show?
Great.
Do we have the
I'm
ad?
fine with it.
Yeah, we have the.
Yeah, I don't care.
I love it.
I'd use it if it worked.
I care because it just shows a lack of.
Oh,
fucking
boy. Is that a
getting real
tranny?
advertisers
I
on
hope
our
so.
show.
What is that?
Head of lettuce here for boy.
Head of
I
lettuce.
know head of lettuce.
Hottest gay male personal lubricant on the market today.
Gay male
You may be
personal
asking
lubricant.
yourself,
Yeah, head of lettuce
why
is a,
boy butter
comic.
so special? Besides its creamy texture and delicious smell, it's leaps and bounds over those silicone-based lubes on the market. Ooh, mommy. It won't stain your sheets. With just a sponge, some water, and a little love. Not even CSI could detect a
I hate
sexual
this
act
place.
happening in your room.
I really do. I've been cool lately, but I fucking hate this place.
Oh, God.
I've been doing radio since I was 18. It's come down to boy butter commercials.
good.
So fucking lame.
I like it on garlic bread, some boy butter,
Yeah.
with some gabagool.
Or a hot dog. You put on a hot dog.
Oh, you shoved a hot dog in your ass.
Yeah, that boy butter helps you. You pull a hot dog out, you put it back in, nobody knows what you're doing. Where's the boy butter? Hey, you gotta find it, eh?
Hey, huh? Hide the boy butter. We're playing. All right.
Can we hear the
I
commercial?
want to hear the rest of that.
Well, this is the commercial they're airing on our channel.
Oh.
Maybe it's a little different. I don't know.
All right.
I want to introduce my latest creation, Boy Butter Fresca, my personal lubricant masterpiece that is long-lasting, easily washable, and infused with menthol for a mild cooling and tingly effect.
Oof.
Boy Butter Fresca will rock your world, especially in the bedroom. It took about 6 months of insanely fun testing to create this delightful formula, and we have 2 versions of Boy Butter Fresca, a creamy oil-based Boy Butter Fresca and a latex-safe, water-based Boy Butter Fresca H2O.
Son of a
I
bitch.
promise that Boy Butter Fresca...
My dad would be
not
going,
be happy.
son of a bitch.
A few people are saying, "Wait a minute, that's a real commercial." I thought that was a fake fucking
Nah, that's
comedy
real.
piece you guys did.
That's real. Oh, another one was, Jesus Christ. Like Jesus Christ. Don't bust my chops. Bust my balls. Bust my onions.
What do you say? Don't bust my onions?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Bust my onions.
bust my onions.
His onions.
I bet you because they smelled. I bet you that his dad's bag probably reeked.
When he was in New York moving vending machines all day. Ooh.
I guess I wouldn't mind the boy butter ads if I knew we had real advertisers on the show.
Oh, that would be kind of the
And
throw
I mean
in.
real,
goof.
like, what do they used to call them? Like blue chips or whatever?
What's that?
There was
Oh,
a term for
Jesus.
it. Oh, why did I just do that?
Yeah, he's looking for a girl to do that.
I know, exactly. Hey, what am I, a Smurf or something? I'm really sad.
You know?
Yeah.
If it was mixed in with a couple beer, fucking
With that, General Motors.
something.
Something.
This is how desperate they are.
Amtrak.
This is how desperate they are.
Yeah.
I'd rather play
Kennel
our
ration.
shit. What?
Kennel ration.
I don't know that one. Is that a,
Dog food. I don't know. Something, right?
that'd be nice.
Yeah, something like
Maybe
that.
some soap company.
Soap Dove. Maybe.
They used to do
Irish
those.
Spring.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Something like that, right?
I would like that.
Tires.
I don't know.
Firestone tires. What?
Let me play devil's advocate. I don't know. I kind of like the fact that this is the company I would want to deal with more than Dove soap.
Well,
Like
that's true. How are we going to offend the boy butter people? You're right. They're not pulling their sponsorship.
They're not fucking. These people, these people are not going to get us fucking fired.
I don't like it.
First, I do because they're paying the bills, and they're not going to say so. They're not going to get mad if we do a fucking a dick joke.
I love boy butter.
I don't like it.
Oh. I enjoy it.
They're really. I mean, the show's in a place where we should have real advertisers. I mean, I don't mind that. Sure, I don't mind that boy butter wants to fucking advertise on our show, but where are the other ones? Where are the other people? Really?
Well, that's true.
What are you doing with your job?
Oh, look at that fucking.
Oh, really? You don't mind
little
that?
spot
No,
there.
why- as long as they pay up.
Greased up man.
I don't care if he uses it to jerk off or fuck 8 friends. As long as they pay the bills, and they're not going to complain. Hey, these guys did a joke about, but fucking
Right.
man, you get a fucking.
Oh God, that's
you don't
a
mind
good one.
that, really?
No,
That's
give a fuck.
hilarious. He's churning butter.
He's
Why not?
churning the.
It's a
He's
product.
got a butter
Who
churn
cares?
under one muscular arm. The other one is on the churn handle, and he's jacking it.
Hey, if they fucking fish money out of their purse and hand it over, I don't give a fuck what the product is.
Their purse.
Good for them.
Oh fuck!
Whatever you got to use to get that dick in there. Attaboy.
Attaboy, huh?
Yeah.
Christ, whatever.
Oh, look at that one. Cool down this summer with boy butter fresca.
Why not?
Yeah, and
If
it's
you're hot
just
all summer, you want to cool down.
Yeah.
Little boy butter fresca.
it's a guy on a hammock with one hand behind his head, the other one resting on his thigh, and he's wearing a little fucking bikini bottom, and he's all greased up and hairy.
Just a little respect would be nice. Just a little.
Slice off some boy butter.
I just know where we used to be, man. We used to have amazing advertisers.
Oh,
amazing, and it's stooped this low. That's just kind of a bit depressing.
It's satellite radio, Gotta get these sponsors in
Why
there.
won't a beer company want to sponsor with us?
Well,
I heard a
look at
lot
the
of beer
last
companies
company that sponsored,
but a lot of beer companies I heard pulled all their advertising from most of the platform.
Yeah,
From radio in general. I think a
radio
lot
in
of them
general
did.
is very
That's
hard
too bad.
to advertise on.
They also abandoned the show
it's gotta
immediately.
be. Oh, look, a V.
That is a very similar body.
Really?
You could be the spokesman for Boy Butter.
I'm gonna fucking have to.
Oh boy,
I'm gonna have to get an ace bandage and fucking tighten up everything.
No,
Before
you don't.
Show
You should do
myself
Boy
in
Butter
public
reads.
again. Huh?
You should do Boy
Oh,
Butter
really?
reads. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, you're built like that.
Look like it.
Oh, I hope they want to do live reads at some point, and I'll just work my way to the bathroom every time and leave it in front of. Oh, you'll have to do the live reads.
Yeah.
Boy butter.
Watch how I do that live read. No problem. Give it to me.
Yeah,
No problem.
boy butter. No problem. Give it to me.
They're all they're all laughing at us though. You guys are pitchmen for gay lube now.
yeah, we're very.
They're just laughing at us.
Goddamn.
Oh well.
Son of a bitch. I can see my dad now. What the hell are you advertising? Son of a bitch. God damn, Anthony.
Tony in Brooklyn saying you should represent Mujan. We used to represent
we did.
Mujan.
Mujan.
Otto
Otto
from
did
Otto
one of
and
the
George
best
did
things.
one of the greatest live reads for Mujan. And it was on regular radio.
it.
Do you have that?
Remember that one?
This was on regular radio, talking about pulling cunt hairs out.
It's probably on fucking YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, if you can find that.
If Sam knew, like, real quick.
Right. So you're searching the Boy Butter posters.
Yeah, right. We get it. It's gay. Boy butter. Yes. You don't like the boy butter? Making sound effects of boy butter in use.
I used to make that noise.
Oh, I do have it.
Doesn't stain.
You have
It's
it?
4 minutes, though.
Doesn't stain the sheets.
So what else are we doing today? Let's go to break with the famous fucking Mujan read from Otto and George. Who's going to play it? You or Sam?
I got it.
All right, hit it.
Uh-oh, I hope we have a lot of delay for this commercial.
Anthony?
Yes.
Mujan.
Mujan.
You want to explain to George the puppet what Mujan is?
Mujan is a wonderful way for women to get rid of unwanted body hair. Bikini line, legs, even mustaches, facial hair that girls might have. And it's so much better than shaving.
Nipple hair, whatever it is.
It leaves the body very smooth. Mujan.
Is that like electrolysis?
No, it's a strip that comes in a package, the Mujan 2000. You press it on and peel it off, and completely smooth. Wonderful, smooth, sexy skin.
The name is smooth. It's basically yanking pubic hairs out by the root. Mujan should be called.
You know, we just spoke at the people from Mujan.
Yeah.
We had a demonstration in our office. It is quick, painful, and completely removes hair.
Do you have a hairy Knish? Try Mujan. Here's you. I hope the bastard appreciates this. Yanking my hairs out by the root so I look good in a sundress. Ugh. It should be called. Oh, sorry.
Yankee?
Okay.
Wait, that line has to be on the radio.
Oh, it's great.
Thank you.
It's easy. Peel, press it off, press it on, and pull it off. Unwanted hair, gone.
Almost painless.
No.
Except for the part where you go,
No unpleasant odors or chemicals to irritate the skin. Mujan gentle, has botanicals, hypoallergenic, removes hair completely. It's slow to grow back. Lighter, thinner, skin is softer, sexier than before. Mujan. It's wonderful.
You always throw that aloe in there. There's aloe in there. What does that do? I'm bleeding now. Take me to a hospital.
No,
There's aloe in there.
There'll be no blood from Mujan. It's wonderful. It's so gentle. We saw a demonstration. The hair comes off. You don't even feel it.
And no one's buying it at this point.
It's the most desirable way to remove hair.
You know what else is good? Closing a storm window on your testicle is also good. You know, for the hot weather. All right. Just drop a storm window on your tea bag. There's aloe in that window. You want some aloe for your testicle?
Mujan, the most comfortable way to remove hair at home. Why pay those salon prices? Mujan removes hair completely. If you don't see Mujan, go to the store manager and say, hey, my girl's got a poodle in her lap. I need Mujan.
And I got actual audio of a girl.
Yes?
After she, waxed her hair.
Okay, let's hear. See? It's so smooth. She's so sexy. She doesn't even need a brain anymore. It's amazing. So to get hair off of that...
But no one even heard this spot, but it's hilarious. I don't even give a crap. 10 people on hold are enjoying this.
Yeah, they hear the
Is that a
unedited
sponsor?
version. Oh, yeah. Not anymore, Otto.
There's aloe in there.
Thanks for asking ahead
If
of
you
time.
get hit by a truck that's carrying aloe, does it still hurt?
Ponder that one for a while. Mujan, the best way to remove that unwanted body hair.
All right.
Ask for it at a cosmetics store near.
The Opie and Anthony Show, Sirius XM.
Hey, this is John Velvey.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy. Hey, folks, this is Mark Maron. Hey, this is comedian Nick DiPaolo.
What's up? This is Joe Rogan. You are listening to the Opie and Anthony Show, my favorite show in the history of the fucking universe.
We might have a situation. It's just a casual conversation we're having about our Cleveland show. We're going up there to support Jimmy. Obviously, he's recording his special, and we're going to be doing our show Friday, April 27th. That's 2 weeks from tomorrow, from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Hard Rock Cafe. Take note, 4 to 7 p.m. We're doing an afternoon drive show 2 weeks from tomorrow. And Sam Roberts is going to do like a pregame from 3 to 4. Event is 21 or over. Space extremely limited, so get there early.
Nice.
And we'll be doing a bunch of things, and it's our first appearance in 5 years.
Jesus.
And the Hard Rock is located at 230 West Huron, I guess they say it that way, road?
Yeah, like Lake Huron.
Huron. And details available on SiriusXM.com/Opie and Anthony and our Facebook page, Opie and Anthony. Jimmy's coming back.
All right.
So we were just kind of discussing it, and we found out that good news, there will be alcohol. Because the last time we had a live broadcast, everyone sat there like dummies because they weren't allowed to drink.
Yeah, they had sody pop.
Because we got mom and dad watching out for our listeners.
They all had a cold pop.
Right. And then it was brought up that maybe they're only serving beer, and that was SiriusXM's choice.
Now, yeah.
So that kind of got Jimmy a little worked up.
It's an afternoon show.
I don't want to misrepresent, but Jimmy's a little worked up.
It's not like we're doing mornings
Right.
where, people won't be drinking either. It's an afternoon show.
But it's really not up to, SiriusXM to decide if our listeners can have a drink or not.
No.
Especially if the broadcast isn't a live bar. Jimmy?
Well,
Jimmy got a little worked up. I don't want to misrepresent.
there's bad news and there's good news.
Oh,
all right.
okay.
The bad news is I spoke to Gary. Kidding, of course.
No, you're not.
No, he was fine. The good news is he said they can serve whatever they serve.
All right, good.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So we're talking booze,
Whatever they want.
beer, spooce, all that shit, tough guy.
Yeah.
But it was brought up that maybe they should only serve beer.
No, like,
Oh, is that part of the meeting?
Yeah.
One
Was it part of the
meetings?
meeting? Sam will tell me the truth.
yeah, Sam, why don't
Sam,
you
the
tell me?
instigator.
Sam, tell me the truth.
I mean, it wasn't part of the meetings that I was in. Travis has private meetings with management where they
Ooh,
discuss things
private meetings.
that we can't do. So.
Lap
Oh,
dances?
is that it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
you
Gary,
you
just
have
give me
private
that.
meetings?
You
Travis
get
gets
private meetings.
Yeah. They don't let me go to all the meetings because I talk too much.
Are we allowed to do
Opposed
lap
Roland,
dances?
who just sleeps through the meetings.
Right, exactly.
Are you personally allowed to do lap dances?
Yeah.
No, a couple weeks ago, it came up that right now it was only beer, and I told Jim.
What?
I told Jim. After I said that, I said, "Look, that was 3 weeks ago. It could be completely different."
And it is.
and it is,
So,
and everybody's happy. And
no
we're gonna
reason
have
to bitch.
We're gonna have
We're
a great
all
show at
good.
the Hard Rock.
2 weeks
What
from
if
tomorrow.
someone wants a Harvey Wallbanger?
Yeah, what if
What are we
somebody
gonna do?
What if somebody wants to have a Manhattan?
I want a rusty nail.
Oh, I'd like to have a Cosmopolitan if you
Yes.
don't mind.
Please whip one up for me if you could. A gin and tonic.
They got potato skins too.
What?
There you go.
So
What's the potatoes? They're all going to be cold.
Oh no! Chip.
What's a rusty nail, by the way?
I think it's Drambuie.
Drambuie. My grandma used to drink.
What's Drambuie?
Drambuie.
I don't know. It's
Scotch and Drambuie. Yeah.
ugh.
Drambuie.
Will that get you fucked up?
Drink it neat.
What's neat mean?
Yeah, it's with nothing in it. No ice, no nothing.
Do you like your martinis dirty?
I like a little olive juice and dumped in there.
Yeah, dirt that shit up.
Martinis are fucking it's vodka. It's
You
a
know
little rough.
Not when they put some of those nice flavors in there.
Yeah, you like the flavored
Oh,
martinis?
yeah, I
do like the flavored martinis too.
Oh yeah, I do.
Tea martinis. That's what I would say instead of two martinis. Can I have tea martinis?
That's wrong. You sound drunk, stupid.
Mean Chip.
Asshole.
Mean Chip is a dick.
Fuck you! Don't say that shit to
You're a
me.
dickhead.
Piece of shit with a
What's
hat.
the goddamn Chip?
Fucking hate Sam.
Well, Chip's
Fucking
stupid.
scumbag, cocksucking
Chip
motherfucker.
is- Wow.
Piece of garbage with big eyebrows. Hope your eyebrows fall into the ditch.
Stupid comment.
Doesn't even make sense.
It's a fucking idiot. That's why.
Yeah.
We got someone apologizing. Every day someone has to apologize in this world. That
We are in a culture of apologies.
Right. Yes, we are.
It is the decade of the apology. Is this
Decade.
new the decade? In this decade, we will go to the moon and do those other things. Like he says that, like I don't know, the moon. It's a big one, and do those other things.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
And do those other things?
Do those other things. Before the end of the decade, my brains will be all over the trunk.
Yeah.
End of the decade.
Yeah. Next week,
Beginning of the decade.
ich bin ein air-conditioned skull.
Hey, you like the Anderson Cooper?
I
I don't mind the Anderson Cooper. Just saying, I
really
mind.
don't think much of him.
I don't mind.
I don't think about him that much.
He does his little show. He tries to have a little fun with his little show, like we try to have fun with our little show.
He does his little show.
Does a segment called
Retarded people in the news.
Ridiculous.
Oh.
Does he spell?
Oh, it's the ridiculous.
D-I-C-K, though.
Yeah,
he does.
He
right?
should.
He should, right? Sam,
How much boy butter you think is in his medicine
I
cabinet?
was going to say anus.
well, we don't know.
Well, you don't, but
We really don't know. No, I know.
What do you think?
Anderson Cooper.
We just don't know, Sam.
I think probably.
I think the jury's still out.
Could be.
So Anderson Cooper did his little segment, had a little fun with it.
Yeah.
And I, once again, will say there's nothing wrong with this.
No.
He's
There's nothing wrong with
entertaining
this.
people.
There was no reason for him to have to apologize.
Well, this is what went down.
I disagree.
And here's how you celebrate Dingus Day.
Dingus
The
Day.
quirky little rituals
Dingus.
include boys sprinkling girls that they fancy with water, and the girls striking back with a tap
Piss
from
what?
a pussy willow branch.
Oh, whoa. Chip's laughing at that one. So the guy sprinkles water.
Oh, okay.
Guy sprinkles water.
Yeah, it's a dumb little thing.
And then a girl gets a pussy willow branch.
Right.
Pussy. and taps the boy.
Yes.
And what does that mean? It's time
Means
to
they like
do
each
some of
other.
that fucking.
I think it leads to some of that fucking, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Do some of that fucking.
What is the problem?
I don't know, you dingus.
What is the problem? This seems ridiculous.
Whoa.
Hence being part of his ridiculous segment.
Whoa. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
What do you think of that, Bobo? What do you think, Bobo?
Anderson Cooper. Anderson Cooper. Where are you laughing at Anderson Cooper? I don't know. Anderson Cooper.
Wow. Ford is sponsoring podcasts all over the place, according to Matt Bishop, which I trust, but not a regular, can't say regular radio show.
Yeah.
Sales department is needs a lot to be desired.
Sales
stink.
Mm.
Really? Here we go. So Anderson Cooper, that he started laughing because he thinks it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, boy. Boy butter.
I'm not gonna let you do this on this. All right.
Oh.
It's really so stupid.
That's hilarious.
He has cracked up like this a few times.
That's fucking funny.
He has definitely lost it a few times on that show he does.
Yeah.
But this is a real moment. We want this on our TV.
Right.
It's really so stupid.
So stupid. Listen to that laugh.
Boy.
Oh.
You tell me that titter hasn't happened
Oh, yes.
by the time the fourth finger goes in?
Oh, a little boy butter in the throat.
Just gotta let it out. Just gotta let it out.
Unfortunately, we're the only ones that are going to tell you there's nothing fucking wrong with this.
What's wrong with that? And why did he have to apologize?
Right.
The dinguses.
Dingus.
Buffalo got upset.
Well, Buffalo has a big Polish community. I know that from my time up there.
Literally big, too. They're all big.
Yeah, big fucking Polish women.
Yeah.
That's where we used to call them Buffalo Betties, and I
Yeah.
think most of them were the Polish broads.
Polish women are kind of sexy, though, man.
If they keep their shit together. You drove to the airport, you drove right through the Polish area.
Like the one-legged one on The Sopranos. Remember her?
Is she Polish?
Wasn't Tony fucking her?
All right.
Pop her up. See if you can find her.
She was Russian.
Was she? I thought she was the Polish broad.
She got her leg taken by Janet's.
Oh yeah,
sister.
right.
Yeah.
Took the wooden leg.
Well, Sam finds out. Let's learn a little more about this Dingus Day from Andrew in Buffalo. Andrew, you've been waiting for this day to call in with some info for us, so let's do this.
What's up, Paul?
Hey, man.
Hey, just want to let you know, Dingus Day is basically the freaking Christmas day around Buffalo. I mean, it's like they had a parade downtown, and it was, I don't know, it had to be at least 8,000 people there, just hitting people with the pussy willows and shit.
How fucking ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, and like Anderson Cooper said, it's stupid. So why is everyone pissed off?
That's
You know, I don't know. I don't know. And people were just crazy about it. Well, people were also pissed that Sabres lost in the playoffs, but I don't know. People were just getting drunk, basically. Just an excuse to get wasted.
Yeah. All right. Well, Anderson Cooper had fun with it, and unfortunately, someone fucking complained, and unfortunately, the CNN bosses basically told Anderson Cooper he better apologize. That's how this comes about. So now, the next time you see Anderson Cooper, you know, he's going to be very careful before he has a real moment, and that's why this stuff sucks. Don't cater to these assholes.
I don't know why they fucking do that.
You heard Cooper laughing and giggling like a little schoolgirl, right?
Yeah.
And now listen to Anderson Cooper.
All right, now, if you notice, in the midst of the giggle fit, I said something like, this is so stupid, it's so stupid. I think I said it twice. Now, some people, especially folks in the Buffalo area, seem to think I was calling Dingus Day itself stupid. I absolutely was not. I was saying that my giggle fit was so stupid, and it was. I also...
and then you get then you get him lying. It's just crap across the board.
Doesn't he say...
You said it's so stupid because you thought the whole Dingus Day is stupid.
Right.
Come on, Anderson Cooper. I don't blame him because this is the world we live in and you got to kind of protect your shit.
Holy shit, he's
But that's
actually
not
saying
true.
his laughing was so stupid. No, he was laughing because the fucking thing is so stupid.
Oh,
it's obvious.
And I don't blame him.
Oh,
these dumb bosses will get to you and fucking force you to do this shit.
I was saying that my giggle fit was so stupid, and it was. I also said it was torture at one point. I certainly wasn't calling Dingus Day torture. I said it was stupid because it's stupid that a grown man giggles like a 13-year-old girl meeting Justin Bieber for the first time. And I think it's stupid that I cannot stop giggling once I start.
No, you're lying. Stop it.
Dingus Day sounds awful. A bunch of adults tickling each other with pussy willows is fucking idiotic.
And Anderson Cooper makes fun of it, and there's a problem? Come on. What is going on?
It's all idiotic. All these religious holidays or religious rituals are fucking. All of them are stupid.
Is this even a religious holiday? This Dingus Day? I don't know.
I think it's like some kind of a
Polish thing.
What was it called when we were growing up, where the roles switched and the girls asked
Sadie
you out?
Hawkins
Yeah,
Day.
remember the Sadie Hawkins
Sadie
shit?
Hawkins Day, where the girl would ask you out.
And guess who was hoping to be asked out all day long, and it never happened.
I'm sure they don't do that anymore because the rejection
Of course.
factor would start bullying, and guys would be fucking beating up each other because, you know, the
Beat
girl
each other up.
Beat each other up. Me, you. Right, Mike? What do you say, Bill? Night on a town, right? Paint up the town.
And then the Cooper guy, he had to do this.
In Buffalo, New York, the Dingus Day capital of the world, however, today there was actually a demonstration called. They held a Pussy Willow Pride rally, and if you notice, there's a sign there that reads, "Cooper is a pooper." A saying which, by the way, I found funny in 3rd grade, and I still find funny to this day. Cooper, pooper. Anyway, what actually makes me sad about this is that I really hope those people at that demonstration say, no, I was not calling Dingus Day stupid. There are tons of quirky and little-known cultural and religious celebrations in this country, and I enjoy them. I think it's cool that we have them. I think it's part of what makes this country so great.
There's nothing wrong with making fun of some of this stuff, though.
You can say it's stupid.
Oh, God.
I mean, really.
What happened there? You think the CNN bosses got to him?
Of course.
Yeah,
they got a complaint letter. Let's just nip this in the bud. It's not worth it.
So what should I say? Well, I could apologize. Yeah, but you know, you're still gonna get. Oh, I got it. Say that you're laughing. You were making fun of that.
And then it makes these guys overthink everything.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna. Whatever. You guys have heard the speech a million times. I apologize.
It's ridiculous.
But that's today's apology. There's one every fucking day.
Every fucking day there is one.
The insincere apology.
Oh, my God. Somebody has to say they're sorry every fucking day for a verbal slip or a misstep at a microphone.
We demand an apology.
God almighty, what fucking cunts this country is filled with.
I like the people that demand an apology. It's like, well, really? You think it's going to be sincere if you're demanding an apology? I think no.
One groveling fucking moment after another. One hurt feeling followed by groveling phony apology after another.
Yeah.
Ugh. But packed full. Literally, this country is ziplocked full of cunts. Offended babies.
Just babies.
What? Hey, wait a minute. Hey! Wait a minute. You went too far. Fuck everybody.
Say you're sorry. That's like little kids when you tell a little kid, say you're sorry, and they go, I'm sorry. Then they don't know what they're fucking sorry for. They don't care.
No, of course not.
It's just going through the motions.
Right.
Yeah, why would you say that it's stupid that a bunch of people have a parade and tickle each other with pussy willows?
And
why would you say that's stupid?
And the guys throw water.
It's dumb.
I think
it's all dumb. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's a religious ritual.
Yeah.
That makes it dumber.
I think we could put some beeps in there and make it really fun. What do you think? Oh, yeah, let's do some
I'm trying
beeps
to think
with
of
that
what it would sound like.
Oh, yeah. I think it could sound like they rub their cocks on the girls. How old are we?
Pussy. Yeah, well, take out
and
willow.
the pussy, yeah, just take out the willow
Take out the
part.
willow part.
So then it's all about pussy and cocks.
Yeah. Pussy.
And cocks. Hey, speaking of cocks, there's a restaurant that used to because there's a massive lawsuit. I don't know, man. I think I'm fucked up because these sexual harassment lawsuits just make me laugh every fucking time.
Sexual harassment.
They make me
again?
laugh every time, and I don't know. I think there's something wrong with me.
Because it's not sexual harassment.
I don't believe half this shit actually happens.
It's just never really sexual
I'll get
harassment.
to the part where this person's claiming pushed his erect penis into my buttocks area.
Oh, wait a minute. That might be sexual harassment.
Yeah, that might be.
I obviously that would be if it happened, but it's hard for me to believe any of this stuff happens.
Yeah.
So there's a restaurant. They're calling it Extra with 2 X's.
Oh, like extra.
Sauce on the side.
Extra sauce on the side? What is that supposed to
and
mean?
then it's phallic dumplings.
Phallic dumplings.
Kitchen workers at a celeb-packed Manhattan Chinese restaurant allegedly used a culinary technique they don't teach at Le Cordon Bleu.
Le Cordon Bleu.
Making mock penises out of dumplings before serving them to diners. Got an ex-bartender, excuse me, that is, filed the lawsuit.
Of course.
Looks
So
like it's a female bartender.
Does the waiter also push the back of your head toward the,
The dumpling.
plate? See, get it?
Yeah, I liked it. I did get it.
I did
It was
get
cute.
it.
Yvonne says the disgusting displays were but one item on a menu of sexual harassment and assault that she endured while working at Chin Chan on the East Side. Wow, we can't even say, you can't say Chin Chan.
You could say chin chin.
Can we say Chin Chan?
You could say ching chang.
Ching Chang Ching?
Yeah.
Can you say Ching Chang Ching?
You could say mang cha.
Yvonne claims the workers at the eatery, which boasts customers such as Tyra Banks and J-Lo, routinely use dumplings to make nasty food dicks. Of course, they write fallacies here.
Oh.
Putting them in their crotch areas, making it look like they had big penises, she writes in the lawsuit.
But the Asians, please. That's an Asian dying to do that.
Yes.
That's like every white kid fantasizing we can dunk. What's wrong with that?
So they would make the dumplings that look like phallic symbols or penises. And then the dirty dumplings, according to this person, would then wind up on unsuspecting customers' tables. So?
So I don't.
If you're making a dumpling and you go like this, where your crotch is, and then you fucking fry it up, whatever the fuck, and throw it on my plate, I don't give a fuck.
I'd like
Was
a
it
big...
down his pants? Then maybe I'd have a problem.
That would be a problem.
I want a big dick dumpling. What do you want, a small ball dumpling? If you're buying a dumpling, you want more big girthy cock dumpling is more dumplings for you. Put foreskin on it. That's more dumpling.
Foreskin.
And they must suck at making fake dicks because no one noticed that their dumplings looked like dicks. Kitchen employees would, with no hesitation, prepare food to be served to the customers from the very same dumplings that they used to make penises.
Oh, no.
The suit says. Yvonne also alleges, that owner Jimmy Chin boasted of overcharging Sean Diddy Combs for a bathroom mirror that got broken during backroom taping of his show Making the Band. So?
Gives a fuck.
So he overcharged fucking P. Diddy for a mirror? Who gives a fuck? And Chin, who she said occasionally used racist terms. And wow, an Asian guy using racist terms. Once said it was a good decision to put Mariah Carey in a private section after she showed up high on drugs, court papers say.
What's that got to do with anything? She's just fucking trying to embarrass the restaurant.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with her suit. Yvonne, which seeks unspecified damages, says she was repeatedly ogled and harassed by porn-loving coworkers who watched X-rated movies in the kitchen every Sunday without exception. This sounds like a great place to work.
That sounds like a pisser.
At least once a month, she says, some of the kitchen workers would approach her while holding a pair of oranges to their chest and saying, "Nay-nays, nay-nays is very good."
Wow, they just have no clue about sexual harassment.
Yvonne also alleges she was repeatedly groped by at least two coworkers, one of whom pushed his erected penis into her buttocks area.
Cartwright!
Mm-hmm. Of course, the owner denying, frivolous, ridiculous, nonsense, blah, blah, blah. And that's about it, I guess. There's also this.
Wow. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'd go there.
Me too.
Oh, Chin Chin is Japanese for cock? I didn't know that.
Chin Chin.
You want to learn about the Japanese culture today? Yeah.
Well, I think we all know it. Bunch of degenerates.
Leo.
Dirty fuck.
Yeah,
As far
what's
as
up, man?
sexuality
What's
goes.
up, brother?
Yeah, the chin chin is definitely Japanese slang for cock. I used to yell it at Japanese chicks when I was stationed there. Yell,
Oh, good. Good. What a gentleman. You used to yell cock.
Shut up, you fucking wop.
It'd be like walking around here and just going cock, cock.
So you'd say, "Not by the hair on my cocky cock."
Oh yeah.
I got to keep up the image of our fighting forces, you know.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Cock!
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Imagine what a woman would think if some Japanese guy was just running around yelling cock into their face.
Right.
Like, that's exactly what's going on with this guy in Japan.
What are you going to do?
Sometimes when people tell you bad words in a certain language, you use them not really thinking it's real.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't sound real to you.
You got one?
No, well, remember, what's his name from...
I don't remember any bad words from
Yeah, I'm
other
trying to
languages
think.
I know
anymore.
a few. Sharmut.
Frenchie used to tell me some fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like salope and poufias.
What's that shit?
It's like fucking slut and gay, fag kind of a thing. And I would say it, and it didn't seem real, but then French people would get all like pissed off.
Huh.
Like and I used it a couple of times when I saw like a couple walking down Broadway once, and they were speaking French. I could tell it was French just from that dumb sound. And then I just went like salope, and they turned around.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds.
It's like wow,
fun.
it works. It's like funny. It's like a code word that
cool
kind
that
of
it
works. Yeah, that other language stuff works.
You old salope, and I'll bet you another group turned around too.
Oh, fucking A.
Jeff Goldblum's going to be here in an hour.
My God. A big star.
Yeah, a little nervous, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, Goldblum's fucking huge, man.
Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park, of
I hear he's
course.
doing Jurassic Park 4. The rumor has it.
Rumor
I guess
has
we'll
it.
get the skinny on that, won't we? Much like we did with... who's the guy that was in here and we asked about a movie he was making and he wasn't?
Oh, that was that guy.
Yeah.
It happens
From
to
the
every guest that
rom-com.
comes in. We think that they're doing a movie, they're not.
That is
Something
true.
big is happening in the news that they won't talk about.
We
It's
never
amazing.
get the scoop.
Never.
We suck at getting the scoop.
Oh, that's right. Also, God, lest we forget, Independence Day.
Yep.
David, my son David.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He has
David.
been in some big movies.
His fucking
certainly
resume is
God.
awesome.
My God, man.
They list his resume.
What about The Fly?
The Fly, that was very good.
I liked it.
When he pulled out his fingernails.
I didn't mind The Fly.
Yeah.
His resume in the the little playbill is I think up to like it's a partial resume. His resume is just too long.
Oh, yeah. He's been in fucking shitload of movies. Classics.
I think that was Edward Norton. Travis just told me we listed a bunch of things that he was working on, and every single thing was wrong.
Oh, right.
That
It
was
was
you.
Edward Norton.
No.
Yeah.
That one I remember specifically. Roland giving me the information,
Oh, okay.
and he had to take the heat on it.
That's cool. Jeff Goldblum, though. He's kind of a weird guy.
We talked to him once
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, on the phone.
Yeah, and he
I've
was
seen
weird.
interviews
But he
with
laughed
him.
a lot.
Yeah, he did. He does that laugh. Yeah.
JWoww look is fucking. She turns me on.
JWoww's
yeah,
juicy?
dude. Like even when we take
Like
a
the
picture
JWoww?
together, she really turns me on.
Mm-hmm.
The boobs are a little tight, though. I don't like the boob jobs where it looks like the girl's uncomfortable because they're so tight in
That
there.
body feels good though. When you take a photo with her, man, she is fucking sexy. She's
What were you,
silky.
squeezing her?
No, just stand next to her.
She's silky.
Just yelling cock at her?
She gives you the vibe that you might be able to have a shot, even though I know I don't. That's what a sexy woman does. She makes you think that you might be able to fuck her.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, but I know I can't.
Hey, where are we at with fatties having to be removed from their homes? We got one.
Yeah. There's
We haven't
another
had one in a while.
the
They all
news.
get one time.
One
Yeah,
time.
you get
Second
one?
time, fuck you. Get out yourself.
But 600 pounds? How do you get to 600 pounds?
Pounds, baby, pounds.
You're-
The
The only reason I did that, stupid Jimmy looked at him, and I was like, I can't help myself. You looked at him. E, what's the heaviest you ever been?
Right now,
What is it?
You're the heaviest right now.
Wow, congrats,
How much are
man.
you?
230.
Tooth hurty.
And that confuses everybody. Like, wait, you make it sound like he's like 400 pounds.
230?
Oh, where's
That's-
Kenny?
No, that's kind of.
It's big.
That is kind of
You
heavy,
were
right?
209 not long ago.
230
Because you're
pounds
not
is
like a
lot.
big, tall guy.
It's not muscle.
How tall are you?
It's not muscle.
5'11".
Sam's got to go, it's not muscle.
5'11", no, 230.
Are you not
You
working?
just insulted him more.
Are you working
Oh
out?
shit! Sorry, dude.
Are you working out?
Sorry, I was ignoring Sam. Yes.
Oh.
You can
Not
see
a
your...
whole lot, but I've been doing the elliptical.
All right, how about the true test? Can you still see your dick in the shower?
Yes.
All right, you're
How
not that
big is
bad
it?
then.
If there's a mirror.
Yeah, how big is
How
it?
big is it?
He's got a big giant ball sack, so that probably helps.
You got big balls, huh, you rock?
See it when
Pushes
you
it
rest it on the
forward.
sink counter.
Big heavy
Oh.
sack full of fucking Prince Nagel seed.
Yeah, you won't give that shit up for anyone.
Why are you making fun of my fucking thing?
Going down the gold fixtures of the Nagel Mansion in the
Yeah.
shower.
You rest your balls on the sink, right?
No.
It's so much easier that way.
Break the
That doesn't make any
ceramics.
sense.
Yeah, those big balls.
How tall are you?
What, me?
I got a couple on you.
Oh, yeah.
It's a height thing with that. If you're a certain height, it's easier to just kind of hoist your balls up and rest them on the sink when you brush your teeth.
I don't see the correlation between resting your balls on the sink
Because you
and
lean
brushing
up
your
against the
teeth.
sink and it hits your balls.
Well, you don't have to get that close to the sink.
I do, though.
How tall are you?
I want to rest my balls on this.
5'11"?
A little more than that.
Are you 6?
Yeah.
What are you at? 5'9"?
10.
Are you 5'10"? Yeah. I'm a shrimp.
How tall are you, Jimmy?
5'1".
Oh,
I'm dainty.
Someone's petite.
I'm petite and dainty.
Sweetie pie.
I'm a hummel.
The rest
I'm
of,
about 5'6.5".
but the rest in the ball bag, I would say, Ant just misses that. I think it's like a 5'10"
poor
ish to
me.
about 6'1", 6'2".
You should back up.
I need
Back
to
that shit up.
push up against something when I'm brushing my teeth.
Why?
I don't
You're
know.
humping the sink?
No, I don't hump.
Does it feel nice on the bottom?
It does
of
on
your
your
ball bag?
Vas Devrins.
That's chevrons. Do you feel the coolness of the counter?
No,
Is
because
it like
I mean, you can make whatever. But I mean, I have like my
I'm just
PJs
asking.
on or
Yeah,
my
but,
fucking
you know,
underpants.
if
sometimes you feel a little
the counter's
a little
cool,
coolness, a little bit.
You'll feel the
sometimes.
coolness of the counter.
Yeah, sometimes.
You know, yeah.
Or the heat of it if you just took a nice hot shower.
Well,
I could never sleep in PJs or just get all tangled.
I know that just seems
If you have
ridiculous.
a kid in the bed, it's understandable because you're not.
Boy.
I always kind of
I
had.
couldn't.
I always wore something to bed. I guess.
Did you sleep at Long John's?
That doesn't mean I was molested, Jimmy.
I don't think it does.
I'm gonna cut you off this time.
I don't think it means you were molested.
You thought I was because I wear socks to bed.
Yeah, exactly. I know you were because of that.
Yeah.
Some of the fucking creepy neighbor come in and start sucking your toes.
Exactly.
You had nicest toes in the fucking block. And they would smell like socks from basketball.
Maybe that's why I hate fucking feet.
Yeah.
I hate feet. Maybe that's why.
Do you really? Women's feet do you hate?
I don't hate them, but it's not like I go fucking gaga over it.
I've gotten like I'm not a foot guy, but like if feet stink a little bit, it's
It's just the opposite.
no.
You like smelly feet?
No, I wouldn't say that. Not cheesy smell. Not like that's disgusting. But a little bit of a foot smell on a girl whose chemistry I like can turn me on a lot.
That's rough.
Underarm odor. Like I don't like when a girl wears deodorant.
You don't?
No.
What if it's unscented?
No, I don't want. No, I want to smell her. I like when it's a little raw and nasty.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. That turns me on a lot.
What about like a dirty asshole? Where you at with that?
Not a dirty asshole, but a little tinge.
Like sweaty?
A little.
If the chemistry's good. Armpits, period pits are gross. They smell different. They're oniony.
Are you kidding?
No, I can tell. Believe me. You want to know if a chick's on her period? Have her fucking applaud over my head. I'll tell you in 2 seconds.
Why? What's the difference?
It's an oniony smell. It's a different odor.
You
I have
can
an
tell.
amazing sense of smell. Yeah.
What are you, fucking
I do.
Hannibal Lecter?
Dude, I have a great sense of smell. Yeah. I said, you wear lad de Tomp. And she said, no, I just shit.
Not today.
No, I can.
Wow.
I like a fucking. My ex, I always knew when she was on a rag, besides the fact that she was a cunt on wheels. Because I could smell her pits and she'd be throwing something at me.
That's amazing. So girls smell different to you.
Oh, God, yeah.
During their period.
Their pits do, sure. And the pussy does too. Much different.
You ever break up with a girl because her smell wasn't right?
I've had.
What's that about? That's got to be like some fucking old school
Animalistic thing.
fucking caveman shit.
You'd have retarded kids. So
I absolutely
they kinda...
blew off girls because I'm like, man, I really like her, but her smells off.
It's just off, right?
What is that?
The breath. Some girls I've gone
Not
out
bad
with.
breath or anything. I'm talking about her just natural scent.
I don't even mean bad breath. I mean a smell that repels me. Even I know they brush their teeth, or the smell of their hair or their skin.
Something,
yeah, or
right?
the pussy. That is nature, I think. Just.
So you don't mind the asshole to be a little musty.
It depends on the girl, dude. If I'm attracted to a girl, if I have that animal thing with her, I like the smell of her pussy, her armpits. Fresh breath isn't very important. That's the only thing that has to be clean is the mouth. But I like the fucking smell of the ass. But if I'm not attracted to you, those smells will bother me.
Agreed.
You know?
Agreed. So we got the 600-pound man. And you're saying give these guys one, huh?
One, maybe, because, again, I can't, as an addict, I can't be a hypocrite. But by the second time, they should just fucking collapse the house on you like you're a fucking suicide bomber in Palestine.
I'm starting to think this is a disease, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I've gone on eating binges. I'm sure we all have, but something in you goes, "Oh my God, I can't fucking eat anymore." And these people will do that every fucking day, and I can't comprehend that. You know?
Yeah.
I'll gorge myself like anyone else, but then if something hits me, I'm like, all right, I'm done. Ugh. You know?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a hard one.
I don't
Food
know
is
how
very
you can
hard.
eat that much food.
You don't like looking at the foot?
Oh, were you still on that?
Well, I was kind of
No, I don't
going
mind.
to jump in before Jimmy got into the smell of it.
I'm sorry, buddy.
No,
I
it doesn't-
think like a nice foot,
Yeah,
smooth kind of.
It doesn't creep me out. I'll look at a foot, but it's not that over the top turn on. I know, like that's Keith's thing, right? Keith likes feet and shoes.
Keith
and
likes
stuff?
shoes.
Oh,
Does
shoes?
he really?
Oh yeah, he is a fruit when it comes to shoes.
A girl's
He
shoes?
knows them all. He gets deals for his wife. He knows like shoe friggin' places and things like that.
Does
And
he like certain he gets turned on by
He
a woman's
notices,
shoes?
yeah, and
He's
he
a shoe
notices
fetish. Wow.
shoes. Like when women walk up, he'll look right at their shoes and know
Every time.
exactly which one it is and what
No.
knows how much they cost. Fuck yeah!
Holy
he is an
fuck.
expert.
I wonder if he's
at
a
shoes.
Is he a shoe licker? I bet you he's
I
a
don't know. You
dirty
think
shoe
he's a
licker.
dirty shoe licker
He's a fucking shoe boy.
in his cop uniform behind a dumpster somewhere in the village, licking some tranny's shoe.
Let me tell you something. There are women, and I've known women who are dominatrixes, and there are guys who will lick the bottom of their dirty shoe clean. And I mean, after walking in New York, yeah.
Why?
I do.
What's the term? I
I
don't get it.
cannot comprehend that one.
Like there's a visible difference. Like there was visible dirt on the shoe, and then
they will lick the dungeon floor.
Oh.
There are guys that will fucking lick the dungeon floor. That will licking feet is one
Ew,
thing.
The dungeon floor, isn't that where the jizz goes?
Dude, it's where everything goes. The piss, the shit, just dust. They will lick.
It's like piss, shit, dust.
But dude,
Wow, not dust.
Picture dust on your tongue. They lick the bottom of shoes.
I don't get it. What do you like about feet? I don't hate it.
I think
I don't
with the
hate
whole
feet, but it's
package.
not like something I
With that whole
focus on too
package,
much.
it's part of the whole leg.
Right.
I don't like I mean, it's cool to see a boot or
You
something
like
like
nice
that, or a nice
gams, though,
shoe.
with the
The
calf
whole
muscle?
leg
Nice.
is great when you could see the foot and then the whole leg.
Right.
I don't like the body being broken up by too many things, like a belt or some kind of thing. Like I like head to toe. Whoosh, I don't want to see anything.
Well, I'm different than you in that. I like
No,
the
I like
clothes.
I
Yeah?
like some clothes.
Yeah, a little
What
fucking
are you, a
thigh highs.
fag?
No. I just like to see the cock. I mean, I just like to see the ass.
Son of a bitch. My dad. Spitting tobacco. Son of a bitch. Be all mad. He used to say this one, too. Shit, piss, and corruption 3 times over.
Really?
No.
Oh, yeah. Shit, piss, and corruption 3 times over.
Why
was his
3
little
times over?
Saying, because he was really fucked. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
I just remember him always being mad. Always like being mad or pissed at something. I guess I'm a chip off the old block.
What's
God, how can I still fall for that shit?
All right, so there you go. Feet and musty assholes.
I wouldn't say musty, but there have been
We're earning
times.
our pay today, Sam.
yes, you are.
Yeah.
There have been times where an ass was musty, where I would, and I'm not being gross. I would just the smell of it would turn me on. But
Yeah.
if the girl was right, if it's not the right girl,
Yeah,
I want to fire hose it out.
I absolutely don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
As long as it's slight.
Yeah, a
Can't
little
be-
bit.
It can't be a little,
A little.
It can't be funky.
Yeah. You don't want it to smell like she was fucking, like she fucking was smuggled in from another country on an 18-wheeler. For 3 weeks in the back of a truck. or for a fucking container from Russia.
Would you do that, though, for the story? Eat that ass?
I couldn't because the smell would make me sick.
It would, right?
But a nice ass with a little tinge of fucking, ooh.
Well, we had to get a guy out of a house. 600-pound man rescued at Pennsylvania home. Hazmat crew spent hours rescuing a 600-pound Pennsylvania man after cutting a hole. It's amazing. They got to cut a hole in the side of your house to get you out.
Inside of the fucking house.
That fuck. Holy fuck.
You fat fuck.
The station reported that the man required medical attention, was delivered to a nearby hospital on a flatbed truck. How embarrassing.
And the people
is
who
that
he lives
ride?
with should be killed. He's not going out for food. How's he getting it?
The enablers.
The enablers.
You see it in their eyes.
The enablers.
You see it in their eyes when they do these shows, and you could see the enabler like, well, now I got nothing to do with my life.
What's my role?
Oh, my God, what?
There was
my
a show-
whole role was to feed this fat fuck.
There was a show on, it's called My 600-Pound Life, and it's these 600-pound people, and they follow them for about 7 fucking years. They followed them. Wow. And they go through their stomach stapling.
They went 20 feet.
They almost made it to the end of the driveway.
Yeah. They go through the stomach stapling thing, and then they kind of document their losing weight. And there was a husband, and his wife was a big fat mess, 600 pounds, and she started losing weight. This husband did not know what the fuck to do. He was completely the enabler.
Yeah.
And he was actually getting pissed that she was losing weight. He was trying to feed her like fatty foods and everything. He was just a fucking asshole.
A selfish cocksucker worried that he's going to be left. Me. Look at these fucking slobs.
Is this the story?
Yeah.
They have video of them cutting a hole on the side of the house.
Oh, when you need Sawzalls.
And you know it
They pulled away the
smells.
home siding and
Holy,
brick,
they had to
and
take
he
the
and
siding
supervised
out,
pulley
the
system
brick.
while a flatbed truck backed in.
Holy
Crews
fuck.
lifted the man onto that truck.
Can we put this on our
and drove
Facebook
him
page,
to a
Opie and Anthony?
Hey, that mailbox say Nagel?
Yeah, I mean, there's enough to come
What?
to that, but
It said
at least I got
Pennsylvania,
one.
not Florida.
Oh, I'm sorry. Florida.
There was a boat in the back.
Pretty cool, huh?
Do you think that's embarrassing?
Oh, God.
Big fucking
That's all they
fatso.
have? They don't have him actually being removed?
Get off the fucking flatbed.
Yeah, I don't see.
That's too bad. Where's the fat fuck?
Look at the old hazmat. If people have to wear astronaut uniforms to go in your house, you're a piece of shit. That should be the rule.
What else was in that house that they had to do the hazmat? It could have been for him.
Probably food and his fucking fat smell.
Kind of a hoarding situation.
Of course.
Probably, right?
That's the rule. If people can leave your house and go right into interstellar space without a change of clothing, you're a piece of garbage.
We're trying to see if there's video of this guy. God, why wouldn't you have the video of removing the fat guy through a hole in the house?
Great.
I know.
I would love to see that.
That's the money shot.
I've always heard of it, but I've never actually seen it.
Yeah.
They just lifted the house and tipped him out like a big fat pinball.
Did they have to put him in a harness and like?
It seemed like it. They had a pulley system and everything.
Yeah. If they're using pulleys, they had to like literally pulley him up
around the neck, just drag him out like a giant fucking sea animal.
Use the forklift like they did that poor cow, where they just rolled the cow on the floor with the forklift. PETA had some footage of that.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty mean.
It was kind of.
I'd rather see it done to a big fat guy than a poor little cow.
Just pull him out by his feet. They should hang him naked by his feet from a crane and just scold him in front of the neighborhood and let everybody come over and give their opinions as the fucking couch is stuck to his hiney.
Stuck to his hiney. Oh,
yeah, I hate this shit.
Oh,
with the
I know.
animals.
I don't like that. Oh, look, they're lifting up a cow with a forklift. Oh, that's mean.
What's wrong with him?
He's a cow.
Why are they lifting him? Why is he sick?
Very
Or
hard
she?
to. I don't know. It might be. I think before they die, they got to bring them to the slaughter so they can fucking
terrible
use them.
So the meat's tasty.
A lot of times, if a cow is dying, they'll make sure they slaughter him before he dies because you can't use him after he's dead.
So you can eat cow cancer?
I think it's mostly for like dog food and shit. I don't think
Yeah, fuck the dogs.
many people. Poor thing.
How about we break?
Oh. Cows are just such sweet little animals.
I know.
They just all, unfortunately, they're delicious. They had to be so tasty.
A downer cow. What's a downer cow?
That's one.
Oh,
Bummed
it's a
out.
cow that's just,
It's an emo cow.
All bummed out.
I'm depressed.
I'm sad today.
It's just shoving Effexor down his throat.
We're going to just lay here today.
It's supposed to be downed cow.
You know, when I was living in Western New York, you knew when it was going to rain because of the cows.
Really? What
That
happened?
is true.
They have umbrellas.
They sit the fuck down.
Why?
They feel it in their joints, I guess. But when you see the cows sitting down, you know rain's coming.
Arthritic cow?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Someone back me up on this, please.
I'm not backing you up on this.
You're right.
Sam, you don't know.
Yes, I do.
You know nothing about the country.
And I did.
Kentucky.
And I did go cow tipping once.
Yeah.
It's horrific.
How much do you tip a cow?
It's horrific. You run full speed with a bunch of guys and tip them over.
Yeah.
I was just a kid, Sam. It's horrific to hear them fucking not be happy about it.
Yeah, they fell over. I'd be pissed
Yeah.
too. I'm glad you feel bad about it.
Oh, yeah, that one I do. I kind of like animals.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
I'm a big fan of the animal.
Ant likes animals more than people.
Oh, I do.
I'm not
I
even
do.
joking.
I am a fag for any of those goddamn kitten videos on YouTube and stuff, and I'm not, I guess I'm not going out on a limb. They can't all be girls watching those things, but there is just nothing more adorable than watching a fucking kitten video. They're playing. When they hunch their back and they're all scared and they're on all fours and then they bounce sideways. That's adorable.
Did you ever see the one?
Look, they're playing with toilet paper. This is so cute.
Did you ever see the one where the mother, the little kitten had the hat on and the mother swatted it off?
Adorable, right?
Do you ever see that one?
I don't think so.
Do you find that you can't?
Was it a black cat?
No, it's
hat removal.
That's funny.
Cat
No,
hat
look,
removal.
Look at this.
Oh no, he's wearing a little hat.
Look,
a little derby, right?
Look, the mother gets freaked out.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Wow!
Oh man!
What the
Smacked him.
fuck?
How does that only have 310,000 views?
It's probably
When did it go up an hour ago?
She didn't know what else was on this head.
Oh, that's so sad.
I want to hold a kitten. It's been a long time.
I like little kitten smell. Where you smell the back of kitten's neck, then you bite its head off.
Yeah, I like to pet them, and they purr and shit.
Yeah.
There's one in that new movie, 5-Year Engagement. They show a cat video.
Yeah.
And it's this cat that like does a bear hug to another cat and shoves him, backwards.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Oh, they're trying to get up the
We
stairs.
laughed at that one.
Oh, they are really cute.
Kittens are just adorable.
I want to make a cute kitten video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of fucking views.
No, I want to have a kitten climbing something, and then just as 30 seconds in, you just show my face. I'm going.
Oh, it's laying on its little back.
There's a kitten
Its
sleeping
feet
and
are
purring.
together.
He's dreaming.
He's sleeping and his little arms are going like crazy.
Oh.
I think there are more kitten videos on the internet than anything.
They are very cute, aren't they? Very kissable.
People love the kitten. That is so small, too. It's in someone's hand.
No, was it?
Yeah, that was in someone's hand.
Oh.
Wow. There's a little 4-week-old kitten learning how to walk.
I'm telling
They all have hundreds of thousands of views at the very minimum. Most of them have millions of views.
Why don't we try to make one for real?
A kitten video?
Yeah, can we get some kittens in here? Let's have Kitten Day.
Kitten Day. That's a good way to get some
And
ratings.
we're having
Well, we
Dead
don't
Dad
need
Audio
ratings.
Day. Those are 2 bits we should be doing.
I have to find audio. It's in
know.
California.
Well,
That
let's
might
do
be
that
rough.
tomorrow.
Kitten Day.
Who
I
could bring
wanna
in a
do-
shitload of kittens and we're going to try to make a viral video?
See, it's cradled in a hand. Oh.
I want to pet a kitten.
Do you really?
I do. I haven't pet a kitten in so long.
I'll get a very allergic.
Bobo's,
A whole box of
boyfriend, Kurt Love, has kittens.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
So how about
Yeah.
he brings them in?
I know they're. I don't know if they're boyfriend, but I know they're fucking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, lovers. Can we
Yeah.
call them
Who
lovers?
fucks who?
Bobo's lover, Kurt Love.
Oh, Bobo does the fucking.
So why don't we give him some boy butter?
He's the top.
Boy
That's
butter.
actually a great idea.
Why not?
All right, I need some boy butter, Kurt. All right.
Let's try out the boy butter on Bobo. See what we could shove up there.
I want the boy butter, right?
He
I think we
fucks
got
out the
another.
butt.
We got another bit for Cleveland.
Yep.
Oh, look at the kittens. Their first day out.
Oh, they're crawling out of a box into the yard.
We could try to
Seen
get
the world.
a kitten up Bobo's asshole with boy butter.
There you go. Sponsor tie-in. I
Right.
like it.
I like it too.
Run a
Bobo
pest
like-
management.
Can we talk like this?
I like it a lot.
Bobo likes just being talked about, but no, he doesn't like these ideas when we pitch them to him.
Tough shit. Can we break, please?
I'm not gonna do
Oh,
that,
right.
We're going to break because we'll do a little more radio. Then we got the Jeff Goldblum. Then we go home.
I like that.
We ran out of material, though. I like the
No, I want to play with kittens.
I like the call. No, we ran out of material for today.
Oh, no, we're good.
Wait, you don't have any more?
Oh, no, we don't have anything else. We could talk
Sure
about
we do. Basketball player with Down syndrome.
All right.
Oh, boy.
There you go. That's what we do
Oh,
next.
Jesus.
You saw the story?
Already? No.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM. Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
All right, Jeff Goldblum is going to be here in about a half hour. We're very excited about that.
Yes, I saw that sports guy, that ESPN guy. What was his name? In the bathroom just
Steve
before.
Phillips.
Steve.
Dude. And every time I see him now, all I think of is that Star Wars.
I know.
But
dude, every time. It's the first thing that pops in my head is that frumpy Star Wars.
But he's cool to us, man.
He is
Nice
cool.
guy.
And he's slowly making a comeback. He's starting to get himself on TV again.
He's a good dude.
We work like the same hours, like almost
Yeah, yeah.
identically. So, he's coming into the building when I'm coming into the building.
Isn't it the first
Dude,
thing you
it's
think
the first thing in my head. And sometimes it's multiple times a day because, like, I'll see him, like, downstairs in the lobby and I'll be like, Star Wars guy.
I know. That's frumpy Star Wars chick.
I'm getting my coffee and I'll see him, like, carrying a whole bunch of coffees. And I'm like, yeah, I know what you did.
Yeah, I know what you did with the Star Wars girl. Yeah, she got a blaster. She with Darth Vader. Yeah, motherfucker.
Like, I have this whole, like, this war in my head because it's like I want to make fun of him, but I like the guy at the same time.
No, he's a cool guy. I got no problem.
And then I feel bad that my brain made fun of him.
It's all I think of. Sam, could you pop that picture up of the Star Wars frumpy girl? I gotta see her again because it's just. It sucks though because it's everything he's done. He's been on ESPN and shit, and it's the first thing I think of.
Danny, he was the GM of the Mets, right? Okay.
Oh shit, that's right.
He was the GM of the Mets.
GM of the Mets, but
And then
all I
he
think
left
is
the
frumpy
Mets.
Star Wars girl.
And then he became the Major League Baseball guy on TV. Oh, my. That's not all right.
Let me see.
Where's the Star Wars picture though? You gotta find the Star Wars picture.
She is a fucking frump.
That's fucking funny as fuck. Oh God! The Jimmy singing. Oh my God! Where is it?
He's cool,
Oh, there
though.
it is. Yeah.
He's fucking cool.
Listen to this monster.
Oh, is that great?
Oh, God, is she awful?
This broad has no idea. I think about her every day.
Every day.
That's the first thing you think when you see him.
She's
It is
fat.
the truth.
She looks like Ozzy in 1974.
Oh, God.
She's fucking got fat legs and horrible fucking shoes, terrible shorts, and a man shirt. She fucking stinks.
She's the worst.
She stinks. I would rather fuck one of the Star Wars guys. I'd rather fuck the Stormtrooper.
She's with a Stormtrooper and Darth Vader.
He lost a lot over that.
And holding,
Oh, man.
but holding that fucking, and then this fucking cunt goes and rats. Oh, do I hate her?
Yeah, yeah.
I remember her name. I don't even want to say it.
I don't even remember her fucking dumbass name. But yeah, we think of her every day. Every day because we see him and it's the first fucking thing that pops in your head.
There's nothing worse than when you make the turn toward the bathroom from here, and it's that long hallway, and someone's coming at you that you don't like.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the worst feeling.
I just say hi to everybody, or I give him a nod.
Well,
Yeah,
Alex Bennett tried to give me a nod.
I
today.
saw him. Yeah,
Did
Hey, tried to give me a slight nod. I don't know.
I get
Are
a
we
nod
supposed
in the
to-
shitter.
Are we supposed to nod at that guy now?
Yeah, I guess it's a nod.
I
And
don't know
then
what the protocol is because he went for the slight nod, like, "Hey, man."
And then the out cue guys, give them a nod.
They're
I'm
always
fine with
giggling.
those guys.
They're always giggling.
What? Are and I
'Cause
always
they're happy and gay.
and I'm insecure because I'm thinking they're giggling over me.
Maybe they are.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Look
Are
at
they?
his body all skinny.
Those two guys laugh a lot together.
They probably think you're at the model channel. They don't know where you're from. They're like, who's that model? Fitness Radio. Ooh.
Fitness Radio.
Is that the star of body.com? Tee-hee-hee-hee. Giggle, giggle.
They chortle down the hallway.
The Ab Show on Fitness Radio.
By the way, during the break, Troy Kwan came in and I challenged him to a fight.
How
did I miss that?
It was weird.
Well, he's not going to risk that pretty nose.
No, he
Well,
just
that's
got
the
that
problem.
nose. He just got the nose job.
I said, if we're going to fight, though, he goes, I just want to fight him. I don't know why. And not that I'm a tough guy. I just used to like fighting. I was never really good at it, but I kind of enjoyed it from time to time.
There he comes.
And Troy goes, yeah, I'll fight you, but you got to leave my nose alone. I'm like, no, if we fight, I'm going to try to break your nose. And then he goes, no. But then he goes, how about grappling? I don't want to grapple with you. That means you got to fucking hold each other and shit.
Well, I love
you
my
grapple
brand
with
new
him?
nose.
Yeah, I'd fight him too if we could use face guards.
My nose.
You know, one of those foam face protectors.
He did.
I just want to bust open my shit.
We could spar.
Yeah, I could do that. I think I probably got better reach than you do, though.
Yeah, you're taller, too. I'd be in deep trouble.
Than I did before.
How tall are you?
6'2".
Oh, okay.
What if you use one of those basketball like face
I love
protectors so it protects your
myself.
nose? Then would you fight?
Yeah.
Can I break your nose?
No, you can't break my nose.
Tattoos and my brand new nose and my hair.
Do you rest your ball bag on the sink?
No.
6'2", you might be out of the range.
Why would you do that?
I'm trying to figure out what the range is.
Someone as good as myself.
Why? I got a 6'4" guy who says he
When
does
I look in the mirror, I fall in love all over again.
I can see why, though.
Hell yeah.
That's a good song.
Because I'm in love with Troy Kwan.
But you are Troy Kwan.
That's the.
And I love myself.
You have no idea what you started with that, by the way.
What?
No, we have an idea.
You started with that fine photo.
Oh my God.
And the nose job.
Yeah, the day after I'm recovering, still all fucked up.
It was a picture you took. It was a model picture.
Yeah,
you
but
were
it's-
holding a dog.
No,
You do it to
Recovering
yourself.
from surgery, I still look so
No,
good.
I explained that to you why I had those pictures on my Facebook.
You didn't need the dog.
May the doctors cover their pants by looking at me. I just wanted to say.
See, of course we're gonna make fun of that picture.
Even with bandage on my face, I look better than you.
Perfectly done hair.
I'm not
My
kidding you. I
hair
tell you,
is
that's the
always
hair that I went into
perfect.
surgery with. I didn't do my hair after surgery. So that I wake up in the morning and that's what my hair looks like.
Oh my God.
My
you are
head
perfect.
sweats
No, I
loose,
just don't.
and my hair looks good
I
all
just
the
don't
time.
do. I just don't fuck with my shit.
Even when I'm sleeping, cause I'm Troy Kwan.
I've never seen it. More hair on someone's head than Troy Kwan.
It's
There's
really
no
not that,
space between your. There's nothing.
It's really not that. It's not that great, dude. I really don't have that
You
great
have
hair.
a lot of fucking hair.
Stop.
I mean,
Look
it's
at
a
it.
lot,
There's
but
a
it's not.
shitload of it. It's straight.
He's like one of those women on TV that wake up with
Yup.
perfectly done hair and full makeup.
Just coiffed
You're
constantly.
You're like the rainforest in 1979. I'm the rainforest in 2005.
Deforestation has happened.
Right. You're fucking kind of fucked it up. It was a good concept.
Gonna fall in love.
It's a great song.
It is a good song. You gotta love.
Yeah,
Chris
but what
Isaac.
else did he do?
He did another song, didn't he? One other.
I think there was a follow up, but it wasn't as big as it.
Wasn't a hit like this
It's a
one.
one-hit wonder. Guy.
Rolling on the beach.
Can I want to talk to you guys.
A lot of people saying you're so punchable, by the way. Unless
Oh.
they're saying I'm punchable, which I would assume could be true as well.
Would you fight a listener if they tried to fight you?
I really don't want to fight anybody, but I will if
What
I
if
have
they
to.
like pushed you in the chest? Like,
Are you a
shut the
good
fuck
fighter?
up.
I used to get into a lot of fights. Yeah,
He could scrap. He could scrap.
Well, I could scrap, yeah.
I'm not
I
a
haven't-
good fighter.
I haven't
You
been in a
fought
fight in a little
underwater.
while.
I fought underwater, though.
Yeah.
I got into a pretty bad fight. I was doing security at a club, and I got into a bad fight, and it kind of fucked me up mentally.
What happened? Shit.
This kid was just fucking with another dude, and I jumped in the middle of it, and he pushed me, and I just laid this kid out. And I literally, I was doing security for them, so I took the kids. I got on top of him, and I started banging his head off the ground.
Whoa.
It fucked him up pretty bad. And it was my friend's. I was doing security at my friend's venue / skate park, and he was just really disappointed. And it just, I don't know. I fucked this kid.
He was disappointed.
Well, yeah, because it was
Of
like,
course he
Was
was.
caving in the skulls of
Right.
the
Yeah,
clientele?
Because he had to deal with the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Of course he's
there wasn't a
disappointed.
lawsuit, luckily, but it fucked me up mentally, and I really try to avoid fighting if I can.
Well, I'm gonna split your skull.
I want to talk to you guys about a couple things, though, if that's
Security
okay.
at a
Would you
club,
fight
skate
Kenny?
park. What the fuck is that?
Kenny would be a tough one, man.
Kenny would beat you.
Kenny
The
kicks
only
that all
thing,
ass.
the only advantage I think I would have is maybe stamina. But if he connected with me right off the bat, I'd be fucked.
Would you
'Cause
take- would
he's
you-
a monster.
Troy wanted to destroy something beautiful.
That's very good.
That's good. Who wrote that?
You want to
Yeah,
take the
fuck.
thumb thing from Kenny?
Whoop.
Thumb
Yeah.
wrestling?
You want to take the thumb thing from Kenny? That's all I'm asking.
What's that? What is
Take
that?
it or leave it.
No,
What's
I
that?
don't want to fuck
Take
with him,
it.
dude.
Kenny!
Nah. He's a dude, that guy is fucking
He
a
can
monster.
take you to the ground with just his thumb. Would you like to
Troy's pretty tough, though. Kenny
You want
would
to see
have
this?
No.
Kenny couldn't just.
Kenny couldn't take
Try
Troy
the
to
thumb
ground.
thing.
You don't think you can take me to the ground?
No,
is that
not
where he
his
does-
thumb.
Yeah, try the thumb thing.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's
he won't
not,
injure you for real.
That's not actually fighting. Like if I hand my hand over.
Well,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
but Kenny, could you
But
do
it
the-
shows that he's got a pretty good fucking
Troy,
gimmick.
it's just a demonstration.
Okay.
He's not
Right.
going to hurt you.
Don't
like,
hurt his thumb.
Troy.
Watch his nose.
Kenny?
Don't we have anything more entertaining to
Oh,
do?
Kenny, you are more entertaining than you'll ever know.
Can you just do the thumb thing? You've done it to all of us over the years.
Yeah, but we shouldn't like.
I know Jimmy's
going
to be in Washington.
No, we don't condone
tonight.
Oh yeah, I will be in
Sunday.
D.C. tonight. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jimmy
I'm
Norton.
getting sold out.
I know that because Kenny's wearing his jeans. Today.
Traveling clothes.
His traveling jeans.
Lord, I was born a rambling man.
Can you just do a demonstration?
Yeah, a little demonstration.
We've all taken this, by the way.
He shakes hands.
Oh.
See, he's already.
He's on to you.
Yeah.
He's resistant.
Wow.
But should he be resistant or no?
They're shaking hands right now,
Yeah, but they're-
and they're not stopping. It looks very uncomfortable.
Yeah, they're squeezing pretty tight because I see a lot of blue
Kenny's
skin.
Yeah, Kenny's hand is turning white, and Troy Kwan's is turning reddish purple.
Why is Troy just studying that thumb?
I think he's trying not to focus
I
on
probably
the
should
pain.
have said the thumb thing.
Kenny's not hurting him. Are you squeezing?
No, I'm doing nothing. We're shaking.
They're just shaking hands.
I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
They just stood there
Weird.
shaking hands. What a
You
weirdo.
didn't do it yet.
I know. I don't know what the
Let him
fuck
do
he's
it. You.
You ever hear Troy's mixtape?
Oh, Jesus.
What's wrong with his mixtape?
Troy can bang your drum hard.
He used,
What does that mean?
I don't know.
He used the joke on Facebook, and
don't
so he wants
get
to
it.
use it
Eddie,
with
he's
everyone.
walking around telling everybody that joke.
He's laughing his ass off.
Because Kenny
Kenny's
gets one
laughing
thing in his
ass off.
head and then has to tell everyone he knows. Everyone. What does that mean?
He explained it. He explains
He
the
can
joke.
bang your drum hard.
Tell him why it's funny.
Yeah.
It means he could fuck good.
How do you know?
I can tell.
You're
you know?
assuming?
He's a virile man.
Oh.
Are you a virile man, Troy?
I don't know. I don't know.
Troy's been telling me that he wants to talk to you guys.
I really want to talk. I want to talk to you guys about a bunch of stuff.
Oh. Is it that you want us to calm down on the Troy Kwan bits?
No, I don't mind that.
All right.
Keep
Is
up.
it a business proposition?
Kinda.
Oh.
Well, when I was in here a couple weeks ago with Jim Florentine, I had brought up the name Every Time I Die. They're a metal band that has a record out right now.
Uh-huh.
And they're fucking awesome. They're amazing. And they found out about it, and I guess Opie had tweeted them and said, hey, you guys should come play on the show.
Oh.
And I wanted to follow up and see if it's cool if Every Time I Die comes and plays on the show. You need to have this band on. They fucking rule.
Oh. He just made the picture bigger of you on the rock.
Why do you? You're going to distract them, and I'm not going to get an answer out of them. Now we're going to talk about this for another.
What are
20
they
minutes.
going to do? Play, obviously?
Yeah, just play like a song or two, and their songs are like 2 minutes long. Let them come down and just melt your faces.
Does that happen?
Yes.
Melt your face.
What song? What song should we play by them
It's a
right now?
plastic note.
Underwater Bimbos from Outer Space.
Underwater bimbos from outer
Yeah, put the video on.
space. I didn't know
They'll
there
love
was
it.
water in outer space.
It's convoluted.
Underwater bimbos from outer space. What kind of name is that?
It's awesome, is what it is.
Is it?
This
Is it
band,
real?
no, this band rules. This band is going to put out one of the best metal albums of 2012.
That's what you said.
I'm telling you, man, you guys got to have these guys on
I'm
your
not
show.
going to lie. I've heard the name in passing.
You
I
will
don't
not
know
be
anything
disappointed.
about them.
You will not be disappointed.
Is it hard?
Fact.
Is it hardcore?
It's like
Is it this?
no. He screams. It's a little bit more of like a punk style screaming, but they mix like
All right, we're about to find out, Ed. Every time I die.
Underwater bimbos from outer space.
C'est la vie.
Using the grunge effect on the credits. Like that one.
Soundgarden shirt.
And
I'm scared of you. I'm scared. I am protecting myself. I am scared of you. Please call the police.
So can these guys come on?
have much melody with the vocal.
No, fucker, it's all brutality, dude. Straight fucking brutality.
The video is pretty twisted.
Fuck yeah, dude. What do you think? How great is that?
I think Troy just brought the heavy metal thunder.
Fuck yeah.
Shit, did he?
The heavy metal thunder.
Right? What do you think?
Well,
I don't know much about that genre.
I'm looking.
Trust me when I
To be
tell you,
honest with you,
they're awesome.
I did not mind it.
Good.
Hey!
I did not mind it.
So is that a vote from Opie for every time I die to come play a song or two?
I would have him in.
Whoa.
Anthony?
But do you know any Engelbert Humperdinck?
Yeah, could they do a cover of something? in
Yeah,
that
I'm sure.
form?
I'm sure.
What's their covers?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I'll ask him.
No, I want them
real.
to play their original stuff, obviously, but then maybe
Do
some,
a funny cover, sure.
some crazy over-the-top cover would be cool, too.
Friday.
You cool with that, dude?
Give it a no.
Son of a bitch.
Come on, Anthony.
Do
It'll be two
it,
songs.
Do
give it a no.
it, do it, do it.
Jesus Christ.
It's best 2 out of 3, so if there's a
Do
no,
it, do
we can
it,
still get another vote.
do
Well. All right. Why not?
Every time I die.
All right, cool.
Let's get him
I'll
on.
reach out to him, see what's up.
And no, that's not Sam Kinison singing.
Let's melt
Joe
some
wants to know.
faces with
Yeah,
the
dude.
heavy metal thunder.
Trust me, man. These guys are fucking sick.
The heavy metal.
They're not going to
Who's
hurt us,
sick?
right?
What's that?
They won't hurt us,
Oh, don't
right?
say
No, no,
sick.
no, no,
You're
they
ripping
won't, they
off
won't.
Chippa.
But they go crazy. I mean, they're like
Wait.
swing their guitars, and they're just insane.
The thick
Fucking puppies,
Is
they're
this-
stealing my shit.
Is this heavier than SFP's?
Fuck no.
No, they're the heaviest.
This fucking puppy stuff is so heavy, only satanists can lift it.
Satanists.
Awesome.
Oh, my God.
I want to talk to you guys about something else, then, if you guys
Oh,
have
my
some time.
God. Are you coming? Are you fucked? We got
Well, I got to squeeze it all in.
Who, you bladder? Jesus. Right, we get it. He wants to chat.
All right, but I know we got Jeff Goldblum coming in, but I do have some ideas for the Opie and Anthony show promotional photo.
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
Because we just, took one from a gig. And
I think it was a
blew up
listener's
and-
photo.
Yeah.
That is now being used everywhere.
Someone took a photo of you at the Hard Rock, and now it's in the lobby.
I've been really mad. The company's really mad we won't do a photo shoot.
Not a nice photo.
Why don't you do a photo shoot?
Most people would love to do a photo shoot.
You should do it.
All right, what's your ideas for the photo?
All right, hang on. So I'm just thinking like
me and Ann aren't touching each other.
No. I got some good ideas here.
There goes the grappling idea.
Oh boy.
Well, hold on. So hang on a second.
Let it be known, I think Troy would fucking kick my ass, but I'd still fight you.
Dude, I think you're pretty tough. I really do. I think you're.
Also,
not so
Don't
much
make me
these
come
days.
out over there and get for you, tough guy.
Not so much these.
Tough guy.
Yeah.
Travis is messaging me that Troy would also like to perform a song with the band while they're here.
Really?
Yeah, if they would do it, I would
there's
absolutely.
the
I would
ticket.
love to do that song with them because
You know
I
what-
think I could do that song start to finish.
Yeah?
You know every word?
Pretty tough.
Pretty much, yeah.
So why don't you give it to us without the music?
A little acapella.
A little acapella. All right, should I just do that? I want to be dead with my friends.
Well,
I'll give you that one part.
Well, no, but leading up to that too, because that's the hook. I would assume, if there was a hook.
No, you need the music for it, but I'll do. Here, watch
you
this.
do.
Ready?
Acapella.
All right, ready?
All right, cover your.
I just really hurt.
shit.
I hurt my nose on that one too.
How
Right
did-
now.
oh man, you got your nose job.
Your faces.
Yeah, dude. But I'll do that song with them.
Why did it sound lower? Does the
Because
mic?
it gates
It just
out.
Yeah, there's a
Gates
gate.
out.
So when you get that, like you can get up real close on it like this, and then when you, it just sounds like the gates of hell opening.
frightened.
Holy shit.
Oh, I don't know, but well, that
I'm
shouting
frightened.
sounds
Cloverfield.
like there's a bunch of
I'm
yelling.
frightened.
Got the
Wow.
words right, though.
That's unbelievable, Troy.
Got the
Kwan.
words right.
That's why I don't believe when these stupid lead singers say they have a problem with their voice. How do they have a? These guys seem to be
Well,
all right
there's
with their
the-
voices.
yeah,
gotta
there's
sing
the
from your stomach.
singing, and then
I
there's
think your
yelling.
nose is bleeding from that.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Is that blood?
No, I'm okay.
No. Oh my God, that would have been frightening.
I'm not even joking. You're right now.
No,
so
it really hurts. I fucked it up. Like, it hurts really bad, but I don't care. It was worth it.
Why was all that? Oh, you're hurting your nose. This thing. Whatever. Just how about a melody? Get by with it.
What's his name there? Who was the one with the big nose? Cha cha cha.
Oh, Jimmy Durante never shouted like that.
Dinka doo.
Sure, Tinka Tinka Doo is a lovely song. Oh, what about Frank Sinatra? He never shouted when all willy nilly.
Shouted. I don't. That's not my cup of tea. That type of music. I like something with a little bit of melody to it.
Sure, you do.
Yes, something I could dance to. Perhaps.
Danny says he sounds like the Cloverfield Monster.
That's what I just said.
Oh, you said it too? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I said that.
Who said it? I thought
Chip,
you said
did
Dan.
not.
Yes, I did.
I heard Chip say it.
Oh, Ann said it. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Ann. I'm sorry. Let me hear the monster. That's nasally Troy Kwan.
That's Troy Kwan.
I thought Danny said it.
No, Chip did.
Chippa.
I said it.
What about the photo shoot?
Yeah,
yeah,
so you want to do that? You want to talk about that quick? All right, so listen.
How many ideas you got?
Couple, just a handful. So instead of doing like a straightforward photo shoot,
Is Goldblum here? Because I want to do a quick break before we talk to him.
He's not here
all
yet.
right, let me know.
should we do this later?
Let's do it later. We don't want to wait because you might only have 20 minutes. Let's take the break now.
I mean, the way you're looking at me, it's not my call.
He hasn't even checked in yet. All right, give us one idea.
Okay, so one idea is maybe like an employee of the month. So like hanging up in the lobby would say SiriusXM employees of the month. Are you trying to?
Yeah, that would have been my bit. That would have been my bit, but E-Rock, of course, is
Not paying attention.
doing everything but paying attention.
He was running out of fantasy
What
cards.
were you doing, E-Rock?
Checking on Roland's thing to see if Goldblum was here.
Is he?
Did E-Rock just blow what you were doing?
Yeah, of course he did.
Oh,
the whole
E-Rock.
bit was to just cut him off in mid fucking idea.
So you don't want to hear my
Oh,
ideas? Why do you want to cut me
E-Rock.
off, dude?
It was just a bit.
It was just a bit.
Yeah, but I'm excited about this.
All right, employee of the month. Go ahead.
So hanging up in the
The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony, Sirius XM.
Yeah, we're very excited to have Jeff Goldblum on the show today.
Yes.
He's entering the studio. Seminar now
there
on
he
Broadway.
is. Hello, sir.
Hi, Jeff.
How are you? Very
All
good.
right, man.
Take a seat.
Hey, buddy.
I love Jeff Goldblum.
What's going on?
So nice.
Very cold.
Thank you.
See
I
you.
love you guys.
We spoke to you on the phone, and then Jim Norton. Yes.
I know Jim Norton.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy about Jim Norton.
Thank you.
You know Jim
Isn't he
Norton?
great?
He's great.
Yeah.
You guys are great.
We love Jimmy.
Thank you, sir. We talked to you once on the phone.
I know.
Yeah, on the
It's nice
phone.
To see you here.
I know.
How was I? What was I on the phone? What did I do?
We spoke about a few things. I
You
guess.
just laughed a lot.
Yeah, it was. We had a
You
lot of
just
fun.
laughed a lot.
We talked about first and foremost, of course, the vigilante Death Wish. Right.
Of course.
That one of your very early roles.
Yeah, it's still my favorite thing. Not that I don't love your other work, but that's still the greatest line I think ever uttered.
It has absolutely made it to the machine here.
Goddamn rich cunt!
Oh, you got headphones there.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to mess
I
up
know
his
that.
hair.
I know that
Oh,
line.
yeah. You know that line? This one's great. Here it is. Here it is.
Goddamn rich cunt! I kill rich cunt!
Jeez. That's very strong.
That's some strong language
Now,
there,
can you
sir.
play that on the radio?
Well, it's satellite,
here,
so we can a lot of latitude.
I see. Look at that. Oh, now I'm on FM radio.
A lot of latitude. You know, we
I
get
see.
to, say
Okay.
things. But that was such a fun role. I think. I mean, you looked like you were having a great time there. A little hijinks and shenanigans in the apartment. Little goddamn rich, you know.
It
And
was brutal. Yeah, you really knew that thing? You really remember that thing?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was thrilled to do it. It was the first thing I ever auditioned for. It was kind of a miraculous story.
Really?
I loved it, yeah. But, you know, I was a kid. I just come out of the neighborhood playhouse studying with Sandy Meisner. And, you know, and a bunch of three guys at a time went into this room, and we improvised this little rape and murder scene, and they picked me. How about that?
So let me ask you a question about Meisner too. Like, what's the difference between that and say like what Brando took, method acting? What's the technique difference?
That's a very interesting question. You know, they all came out of the group theater. Strasberg and Stella Adler and Meisner. And then they differed in a little bit of this is inside baseball stuff, in their technique, you know. So they differ. But they all came out of that in the 30s. If you know the group theater, there's a wonderful book called The Fervent Years that's all about that. Stanislavski was doing what he was doing in Moscow around that time, and they changed American acting in the 30s. And it's too boring to go into the details of how Strasberg and Meisner kind of parted theoretical ways. But, basically all those modern actors were trying to do something a little different than what had been done before, whereby they make it a more authentic, lived out, the actor experienced story, so you really feel like you're not just being presented with an actor. But, when Brando first walked on stage, people said, geez, is that a stagehand who has just wandered on the stage? It was a little more true to life, that kind of thing.
That amazes me that it's so much work and studying to just look natural. We were talking about it. Jim was talking about seeing you in your play.
Seminar.
Yes,
seminar.
Very good.
And just saying.
Last night, yeah.
You did? You saw it last night?
Yeah, it was great.
Thank you for coming. Yeah.
How great and natural it was is what Jimmy was saying. Your acting is, fantastic.
It was amazing when you, because I panic when I have to act, and I just kind of stand all stiff and shit. And when I watch somebody who's so good, I watch your hand motions, and it's very natural the way you gesticulate and talk, and I'm like, that's just how he is probably off. You don't feel like you're watching somebody act. You just feel like you're watching a guy talk to 4 different people on stage. It's really interesting to watch.
Very sweet. Thank you very much.
And it was funny.
And it's funny, isn't it? Yeah, it's at the Golden Theater. It's 90 minutes. It's a lot of laughs. People are naked in it. There's some girls who are naked in it sometimes. There's sex going on. And I love the play. Teresa Rebeck wrote it, a brilliantly talented, smart, funny author. And Sam Gold, who, if people don't know, is a hot and spectacular young director. He's done a few things on right now. He was great to work with. And then that cast, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Hetty Ann Park and Jerry O'Connell, whom you know, and Justin Long and Zoe Lister-Jones. They're fantastic.
Jimmy said Justin Long was great.
They were, and I didn't know and so was Jerry. I didn't know the women's names, but I will say the best nipple I've probably ever seen.
Mine?
That kind of went without saying. I mean, but after yours, the second best.
You're talking about well, that's high praise indeed.
What made it the best nipple, though?
It was just thick, and I noticed it from the third row. I hit Bob Kelly. I'm like, that's the best fucking nipple I've ever seen.
Did it take you out of the play for a second?
Dude, I couldn't stop looking at her. It was just so sexy when she just...
Did it have the slow fade into the... Oh,
no.
Sorry, Jeff.
No, this is we hope not to diminish or vulgarize what she's doing, but Hetty Ann Park is a master artist herself.
Yes, sexy.
Yes, she is sexy.
Do you do a lot of theater over the years? Have you done a lot of theater?
I started doing theater even before Death Wish. Right around that time, I had done Two Gents, this musical of Two Gentlemen of Verona at the St. James Theater with Raul Julia. And then El Grande de Coca-Cola, this funny show, and da-da-da-da-da. And then through the years, some other things, a few other Broadway shows.
So you're a song and dance man, too?
Well, I wouldn't say that, really. I love music. Music is part of my life, though. I play piano. I have a jazz band in Los Angeles called the Mildred Snitzer Orchestra. And when I'm there and not working, we play out and about. I play with really great musicians. If you're out there, you should come to see where we are. It's
piano
fun.
players' fingers.
Who's in the band with you at one point? I just read something. Somebody said they were.
Well, Peter Weller originally kind of started it. We were in a movie together. Buckaroo Banzai. We met and we started to play it. But there are a lot of but he's since married, has a kid recently, and has gone off. But the core group keeps changing a little bit. But I play with great musicians. Anthony Wilson has played with us recently. He's a premier guitar player right now. Brilliant musician. Plays with Diana Krall right now, and some other guys who are just great.
You know what you're great at, too, and I like watching you talk? You're great at doing, there's a couple of amazing monologues you have, and I've never seen anybody so good at just taking words and making them his. It's like watching you talk right now is exactly like watching you talk when you act. It's fucking depressing. It's so good. It's depressing. And I'm watching
depressing Jimmy.
No, but I mean that in a good way. It's just take these.
It's effortless.
But it's effortless.
It's
and
effortless.
These weird
what I say.
pacing moments. And not delivering like I just go line period line period. Watching the way your cadence and your pacing is fucking great, man.
Thank you so much. I'm a humble student at it. I'm trying to get better at it, but it fascinates me. It always has. I teach myself out in California whenever I'm not working for the last 20, 30 years. And I'm a kind of craft geek. I love to figure out how to. It seems simple, and it's, it may, on a certain level, it might be simple. We're talking, we show up, we can do things. It seems like it's talking, but really, when you see people do it on a high level, not necessarily myself, but it's what excites me and what I love to strive for is it can be a refined, beautiful thing. I've seen acting that has changed my life and had teachers that have changed my life, certainly. This play is about a teacher. I play a teacher in it, and there are people who want to be creative artists, in this case writers, 2 guys and 2 girls. And that's what it's all about. It's about the serious business of training people for something serious, especially in the creative arts. But anything, I suppose, if you're a soldier or if you're an athlete, as we know, if you want to be on the highest level, it's a very elite group that gets winnowed down. And the first qualification, I think, before we know, even if you're specially gifted and talented, which you finally have to be, is if you've got the entry-level qualification of commitment and you're wildly, passionately enthusiastic. And for some crazy reason, and it's irrational, you're in love with it, and you can't live without it. You want it so badly. I remember my father saying, you can taste it. That's the only reason you should act. He knew about that. He told me that. And he said, if you find something you love to do, that's what to do. And somehow I was gifted with that early on, not with talent or anything, but with this idea, with this singular and passionate idea. When I was a kid, it came upon me. I don't know. I was watching. I don't know how they took us to see children's theater or whatever. But I got this idea, and by the time I was in high school, I'd taken a course or 2 in the summer. Became a kind of a secret for me. And every morning when I took a shower, the steam would appear on the door, and while I was in there, I'd write, please God, let me be an actor. Whoa. And then before I left, I would erase it. I was absolutely obsessed with it. And that's basically what I, as the key character and the teacher in this show, am trying to find out and let them find out about themselves if that's what they're made of. I keep saying at the end, the last line of the play is, do you want to be a writer or not? And it's what that's basically my theme as I continue. I'm a very
Spoiler
tough
alert.
teacher,
Yeah, you just
and
gave
I
away the
beat them
play,
up.
I think.
What?
Did you just give away the play?
No, he doesn't.
Well, not really. It's the fun is getting there, and I'm a terrible teacher, and it's very painful for them, and they misconstrue it, and they go, is this guy awful? Is he a villain? Is he trying to just beat us down or what? But in fact, I'm tearing off Band-Aids, ego Band-Aids, and all kind of things in order to get to that basic question and get them ignited into a commitment.
You said something in there.
Yeah.
Whose performance blew you away? You said some
through the years.
Yes, one maybe we would know because I would assume you probably see a lot of stuff we.
Oh, yeah. Well,
maybe one.
Me, well, when I was a kid, like I say, I saw children's theater and just the guy playing, Beauty and the Beast. I was like, what is he doing? What's he doing backstage and stuff? But once I got a little familiar with it, oh, geez. I was thinking last night again about Brando. Now that we mentioned him, on the waterfront, a lot of people will tell you they became actors because of that. That's not true with me. But, once you know about it and once you see him do it, it's endlessly fascinating.
It was such a change between the acting that had gone on and was accepted as acting before, and then after that, much more real afterwards. And before it was this kind of over-the-top theater kind of acting.
Yes, mostly, talented people would emerge here and there. But he was distinct, and it was a landmark, and when he started to do what he did, and it was because of a change in time and sensibility, and, modern art was happening, and the other arts, things were progressing, and therapy, and we understood more about the psychology of the individual, and were more deeply interested in that, and all manner of things. So, but it changed. It changed, yeah. Isn't that fascinating? But I liked early on Peter Sellers. I was thinking about Peter Sellers early on.
Yeah.
Don't you love him?
He was great in Being There. I mean, he had some phenomenal stuff.
What a great movie. How about Lolita? I love him in Lolita.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I love him in? Do you know I'll bet you know this movie, After the Fox. I was talking about it last night.
No, I've never seen it, no.
It's Vittorio De Sica directed. It's Neil Simon's first screenplay.
Oh, wow.
He's in it. It's from a kitsch period in the 60s. Burt Bacharach does the music. He sings with the Hollies, in fact. for those trivia experts, the theme song after the fox is me, but but it's hilarious. I saw it when I was a kid with my sister in Pittsburgh at the Leona Theater, but I see it, and my dresser at the show said, I remember that movie. I was 8 years old when I first saw it, and I haven't found that since in my adult life. I had a copy of it, and I gave it to him last night. I love that.
You're
movie.
absolutely a student of acting, and because there are some actors that are just like, well, I go up there and I just make believe for a while, but you obviously take it very seriously,
I
and still have fun with it. Do you like a role like you're doing now in the show, or one of those blockbuster kind of Independence Day roles that obviously storyline and character development isn't as important, but it's a blockbuster?
Yeah, well, it's nice to be in something that everybody sees and is excited about. It comes up in the show. I say, you can be a brilliant writer, but if you're doing it if you keep it in your drawer and nobody sees it, that's not the point. What we're doing here, really, and you may consider yourself brilliant and, it's just for me, but no, let's disabuse ourselves of that idea, especially if it's brilliant. Let people see it. So it's nice and gratifying to be in a popular thing, and in fact, those particular shows, Spielberg, there may have been dinosaurs in it, and but the parts that I was in, he was very attentive to. He's brilliant and refined and character-oriented and actor-savvy and actor passionate, and so it was creative. And but you put a little mosaic piece here and there, one day after another, and it's creative and fun in a different way. I find this particular show a real first-class conditioning exercise for myself and workout.
There's a great. I'm sorry to interrupt. There's a great monologue where you kind of deconstruct Justin Long's character, and you kind of paint what it is that he's doing, and it was really fucking well written, and it said so much about, like you just said, people that just want to keep it for themselves instead of exposing. It was really, really well written and well performed.
Thank you. I love that. It's been fun to work on that, like a little, sculpting project. You keep kind of detailing it and finding out more about it because it's brilliant writing because it's kind of ambiguous. It could mean a lot of different things. But yes, it's an interesting moment in the show, an event. He's like, there's this Justin Long plays a brilliant writer that I recognize, but I also recognize the young me in him. Me, the character, I've sabotaged myself with some personal problems and ego and narcissism and, unsociability and this old antiquated idea that if you're brilliant, you have the right and even obligation to be screwy. And you can't have time put up with regular people and and J.D. Salinger is our hero and you have to disappear somehow. I say, no, man, you're really off base there. And in fact, you've got these ideas. I tell him, because I'll paint you a picture of what's going to happen. He has just blown this opportunity. I've just given him, not to give him anything away, but I've just, finally he's shown me his work. He's been hiding all this time in class. He shows me his work. I say, this is absolutely brilliant. I recognize it immediately. And I say, I want to see everything you've ever written. I'm going to work on this. He says, no, you're terrible. You're a terrible teacher. You've taken too many drugs. You're abusing us. This guy is horrible. I'm not. And so not only am I, and then he says this thing to me, which was the crux of my undoing career-wise, in fact.
Went for the jugular.
He hits below the belt, and I'm very hurt. I'm very sensitive myself. And so with a fierce truth assault, I attack back on him, but show him what this kind of personal quirk and self-destructiveness will lead to in his life, because I know all too well. And then I say, and because you just did it here. This was the main thing. I offered you the biggest opportunity that you're ever going to have, and you have blown it. So wake up, pal.
This is great. It's like seeing part of the play.
I know. It's so
I think you just had a whole
intense, man.
scene.
Yeah, it's like got me. I'm fixated.
I know.
What's the first thing you do when you see a script? I always ask great actors that. Like, when you get a script, what do you do? Like, okay, I'm going to play Leonard. What do you do from there? How do you memorize the lines first, or do you think about the guy?
I have no formula. After all this time of being able to tell people what to do, and there's some meat and potatoes things you can follow. But finally, it's a creative it's a little project, an endeavor, and I myself have no formula. Each one suggests something different, and you read it, and things will start to occur to you. Oh, I know about this. I know about this guy. Here's a doorway I can go through. I'm interested in this part of it, this aspect of the character, how to make this funny, why he's doing that, how this is like my life, how I understand that, how this is like somebody else I know. And then, yes, I learn it early on, too. I like to know the words. I know there are actors and there are techniques where you can go, I'm not gonna learn the words too early, and that there's something in that, but it's also an excuse for laziness too. I find. And there are pitfalls in learning it. You don't want to become mechanical. You want to be flexible. You want to get with the other actors and then adjust to them and adjust to the ideas of the director. But you can avoid those somehow too. And I find from the day I get the part, there are things that I can do that take up my whole day.
You have quite a unique way of speaking and body language, and over the years, people have imitated you. Do you have a sense of humor about yourself? Have you seen these and enjoyed them?
I'm always, it's always funny.
Yeah.
I like them all. Yeah, who do you know? Do anybody here?
Eli Gold's a friend of mine.
Eli Gold's fantastic. He's been very sweet to me. I love his impersonation. It's very good.
Is it odd to look at someone's interpretation of you and go, do I do that?
Yeah. It is. You don't do it. You don't do me.
I don't do impressions, no.
I'm a sucker for impressions. I like any impressions. I like all impressionists.
Oh, I don't do any.
I
do one of mediocrity.
No, you're fantastic. Kevin Spacey, I did a play with him recently in London, and he's a master impersonator. He does the only William Hurt that I've ever seen.
Oh, wow, really?
Oh, it kills me. It cracks me up.
That's great.
I love him, his William Hurt. It's fantastic.
Who else is, what's his name, the actor from Usual Suspects?
I know
Kevin
Pollak.
Kevin Pollak is really
Pollak
good.
is very good.
Duchovny does...
Duchovny
oh, my God, David Duchovny was doing
on
an
SNL, right? That was a famous one.
I think he did it here when he was in here with us, too.
He did?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
Really? Was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty goddamn good.
He's pretty good, man.
I love when Elon does, and I think it's the only time I'll think of the impression when I'm listening to you, because you'll go, but, and Elon does this great, and it's a brilliant thing for him to have caught. That's what impressionists do. They catch something that somebody does that you just wouldn't think of when you're doing the impression. Yeah. And that's what made it so unique and great.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch.
Good. I know. I love it.
But it's like Christopher Walken. There's very few actors who are so interesting that anything they do, you just want to hear their interpretation of it. Literally, I want to hear how Jeff Goldblum is going to do this or do that. And there's very few guys. Nicholson's one of those guys that's interesting enough. Walken yourself. There's very few.
You're so sweet. I love Chris Walken. Chris Walken and I have been in, here's a trivia question, 4 movies together. We've never had a scene together. We've come to know, I love to hang around him. I get a big kick out of him. But, we've been in 4
Think of even one movie that you were in that he was in. I'm not going to cheat.
We know that he was not in the Deer Hunter. You were not in the Deer Hunter.
I was not in the Deer Hunter, no.
Okay, King of New York.
I was not in King of New York.
That was a guess, but a question. I tried to get an extra guess in there.
Really? I'd say the judges say that's a guess. You've used up one guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Were they earlier films from
films we should know?
Years ago?
Yes.
Walken was not in Independence Day. He was not in Jurassic Park. He was not in The Fly. He was not in Death Wish.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it. Now that I've said it, I know it's 4. I'm trying to remember the 4 myself.
To remember which ones they were.
Yeah.
I'll go over your bio.
And don't Google it. Don't.
I will Google.
We had Donald Sutherland here the other day. Also.
I've done 2 movies with him.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
That's correct.
Fantastic. That movie still holds up.
Yeah.
It still holds up. It's a great
well, it was remake. Thank you so much. I agree. Not because of me, but I like Phil Kaufman, the director, is spectacular. And Donald Sutherland, Leonard Nimoy was in that.
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy was in that. Yeah.
I like playing the movie game. It goes actor, movie, actor, movie. It's like the Kevin Bacon game.
Right.
Well, you don't have to get back to him. So name an actor or a movie. Any actor or any movie.
Gary Oldman.
Okay, now we have to name a movie that he's been in. I say Batman. Wasn't he in that last Batman?
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Okay, which takes us to
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, which takes us to the what's the movie where he lost a lot of weight?
The Machinist.
The Machinist, which takes us to Jennifer Jason Leigh, which takes us to
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Exactly, which takes us to Sean Penn, which takes us to Falcon and the Snowman. Which takes us to Timothy Hutton, which takes us to one of my favorite movies. You know who I ran into at Joe Allen's the other day? This is what this is. It's a social lubricant as much as anything else.
To be able to go, let me tell you.
Judd Hirsch, who played my father in Independence Day. I ran into him at Joe Allen's. So he played, of course, in Ordinary People.
Ordinary People with
Timothy Hutton.
With Timothy
and he was
Hutton.
in Independence Day with you.
Independence Day, which takes us to Will Smith, which takes us to...
By the way, do you think Judd Hirsch set back the Jewish movement 50 years in that movie?
Certainly not.
David, my son David. we have also gone on that ad nauseum. David, my son David.
There was just a delicious touch of Hummentaschen in his part. It was very beautiful.
This is not checkmate. This is not checkmate.
You'd all be dead if it wasn't for my David.
Yeah, that was the line.
Oh boy.
My goodness.
I just looked at something now. I know
now you know one of the movies.
Where were we? We were stuck on. We went to Ordinary People.
So we went to
Will Smith. We wound up on Will Smith.
Will Smith. That takes us
Men in Black.
I love Men in Black. Tommy Lee Jones. I love No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
Which takes us, if we include directors, we go to the Coen brothers. A Serious Man. Speaking of the Jewish people, I loved A Serious Man. Did you see that?
No.
Ooh, no. I highly recommend. Ooh, when did I become Gunther Tootie? Ooh, what's that from?
I don't know.
Car 54, where are you? Come on.
Yeah.
Which takes us to, who was in that, actually?
Car 54?
That's right.
Yeah, the head guy.
He played, not the guy, but he played Herman Munster. His name is
Fred Gwynn.
Fred Gwynn, who's also in the Cotton Club. Which takes us to Gregory Hines, which takes us to...
History of the World Part 1.
Sweet, Mel Brooks.
Which takes us to Young Frankenstein.
Oh, I love Young Frankenstein.
Yes.
That's right. You ever see the outtakes of that? And Gene Wilder cracking up. She goes, you haven't touched your food. He goes, here, there. I touched it, and then he cracks up. It's good. I love Gene Wilder.
Best yell in movie history.
Yeah.
Nobody yelled better than Gene Wilder.
Oh, yeah. He was a yeller. Now, he was in, wasn't he, Bonnie and Clyde? Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Was he in that?
He was the guy who's on...
Oh, the guy that was a mortician.
That's right.
Took
they pick him up. Don't sell that cow. Don't sell that cow.
They were having a good time.
She finally says, hey, what do you do, by the way? He says, I'm a mortician. Faye Dunaway turns around and says, get him out of here.
Get him out.
Get him out.
That was an amazing
That's
movie.
him.
Faye Dunaway?
You know what he's on? Well, Faye Dunaway.
Network.
That takes us to Network. I love that.
Network,
Bill Holden takes to Sunset Boulevard. Mm-hmm. Takes us to... Well, let's to Billy Wilder. Let's take that director, The Apartment. I love The Apartment. Guess who I ran? Not to drop another name. Guess who I ran?
That's why we're doing this.
I ran into Shirley MacLaine on the street the other day. Yeah, whom I know. I said, Shirley. Hey, she said, oh, yes, you're in that seminar. I'm going to come to see it. I said, please do. Shirley MacLaine.
What a nice exchange that was.
I know, right?
Please do.
We don't have
How about that? My
like
perfect
that.
Shirley MacLaine impression.
That was great.
That was great,
Good.
wasn't it? I caught
really
something
was.
about it. I don't know why. I just caught something very
That's exactly how she would say, I'm going to come see it. That's exactly how she would
What
remember.
was her name in The Apartment?
I never saw it.
Oh, God, I don't know.
You've got to be kidding.
No.
Another one. So put this down. So put After the Fox, put Serious Man. We've already got 3 movies
Okay.
for
Yes,
you.
you have to- Hold
on.
Serious Man
Come on,
and
pen.
now
The Apartment.
And now what do we say? The Apartment. Yeah.
Jeff's
No, she plays Miss
choices.
Kubelik. Miss Kubelik. The last line of that movie is Miss Kubelik. Who says this? Miss Kubelik, I absolutely adore you. Oh, I'm crying right now. She says, I'm a romantic. I'm a big romantic. She says, shut up and deal. Oh, I love that movie. And then it goes into the theme song. Da, ba, 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 ba. The Apartment.
Yeah.
I love that.
You're
movie.
like a Rain Man.
Yeah.
You're a Rain Man with
Yes.
that.
Jeff Goldblum is nuts.
Yeah, that's the conclusion. I agree.
He might
When you
be
write that
tripping.
down.
I don't know.
Nuts.
I don't know.
He's fucking nuts.
Yes, I agree. I've seen myself through your eyes. This is the greatest day of my life.
They're telling us that Jeff has to go.
But I looked.
shit.
One of the movies is Annie Hall. I just
Yes.
want to say
Chris
that because
Walken
Annie
was
Hall.
in Annie Hall. That's right. He was also in the Sentinel. I'm thinking now. He's also in Man of the Year. Yes, Robin Williams, Man of the Year, and one other movie. I don't know. It'll come back to me. Somebody, one of your
we will absolutely
fine
get
listeners will find that out.
We have to plug. We have to plug Jeff's show too, because this is why he's here, and they're telling us in our earpiece that you have
come
other
on,
press.
come get tickets.
Yes.
I highly recommend it.
I really did love it.
I'm only there for 2 months, so you run, don't walk. I'll be there May 27th is my last day. Come on.
It's called Seminar. It's on Broadway. It's on 45th Street between Broadway and 8th.
Yes.
The Golden Theater. It's a great place for a show. 95 minutes with no intermission. It's perfect length because sometimes plays are too long.
Yes.
This is the perfect length. It's honestly, it's brilliantly acted and really funny.
Great
and
script, great
I honestly loved it. It's easy to sell it because I loved it.
Thank you for saying that.
Absolutely.
Thank you
It was
so much.
great.
Yeah, I hope to see people down there. I'll see you after. Come back and I'll take a picture with you.
Chris, Jeff Goldblum. What a
I already
blast
have one
this
with
has
you.
been. I've been a huge fan over the years.
Yes, this was great.
Yeah.
Do you remember this moment? Of course not. That was outside of the theater. I have an awful photo with Jeff
Oh
Goldblum.
my God! Look at that, and look at this is not one of my better moments, of course. I have my hair is like Ernie Kovacs in that. Very good. But you look at you.
Look at a fat-faced creep I am.
No, you look very handsome.
I look like one of the things that hatched in Jurassic Park. Look at that fucking
little velociraptor.
There you go.
All right, should we take a break? Should we just go?
Yeah, we should go. Jeff Goldblum, this was a pleasure. You better come back and see us.
I better.
We're going to go see Seminar on
I'll
Broadway.
be back anytime you want.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you so much.
And I'm heading to D.C. right now for the Improv tonight.
Yes.
Goody, Jimmy.
See you tomorrow.
Fuck. The Opie and Anthony show is pretty much over. But if you feel like sticking around after O&A Live is next.